Hey, Zoom, welcome in. Hey, guys. Oh, bless me. Hey, Mama Don, how you doing? Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, with a clear nose. Thank you. Thank you. Oh man, it's gonna be a cold one tonight. It's already down to 10 degrees, getting down to six, single digit. But yeah, we'll be Saturday. They're saying it's going to be like 41 for a high, so we'll be back out of the freezing temperatures and stuff. So this is just a passing phase. Thank goodness. Oh man, I tell you what, that's some cold temperature stuff going on. Right? Right. Yeah. There's no bumpers. I, I don't think they'll even get on the bed. But yeah, I'm thinking about it though. Well, they're 47 pounds now. 3 days, they've gained 4 pounds. Getting bigger every day. As they are getting so big. It's such great big bumpers. I know you get so big. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, man. So, taking a look at what's going on around the web. Oh, man. Ooh, yeah. There's something we can put up. I don't have the screen to do it. Damn it. Uh, oh, hey, Singularity. What's up? Valentine, welcome in. Oh my gosh, good job. Welcome in February. Okay, yes, yeah, the puppies are so cute. They are gorgeous. I can't believe how cute they are. They're so. Oh man, I'm gonna try and do a video while the snow's on the ground tomorrow because Monday or Saturday it's gonna melt. I want to get pictures of them. Of course, Ghost. We believe in a free market society. You know. Oh, good Lord. Sing, come on up here. All right, now, uh, hey,
Hey, what's up, man?
just going crazy.
Nice. Not
Yeah,
unbridled.
unbridled.
Yeah. Ghost has free unbridled enterprise and no, not unbridled. I think there needs to be some controls to prevent monopolies and such. My bad.
Well,
What were you saying, Emerald?
bad actors, of course.
Right. And I know that takes away from the free market, they say a lot that people say, but I still think there needs to be stipulations. There really do. We need to, and the thing is, we've got the laws, we just need to enforce them.
No, yeah, there's too many of those fucking things.
Of the laws.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
regulations, taxes, and all that
taxes suck. But
bullshit. Yeah, nothing
see, I
over.
I like the antitrust laws though that keep competition alive. You can't run somebody out of business, destroy all your competition to completely control the market, and then you can price gouge the because that actually protects the consumer. So they can't price gouge a consumer because then they're the only place you can get said item. But I think it needs to get back to a trade based type of thing. I think they need to really push for smaller people to start smaller businesses. And I mean, there's things, you've got like microchips. There's no way a regular person is going to be able to get into producing microchips. I mean, it's like $1 billion factory to even start. So there's things like that are, couldn't be the little guy, but there's a lot of things that could be the little guy. I think they need to start pushing small business again.
Of course. I don't know. I don't know. Nightingale, welcome in. Hey, Ghost, you can grab a link and come on up. Oh man, I tell you what, whew, man, it is friggin' cold out there. It's creeping into the room.
It's still snowing here off and on.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we're done with the snow, but man alive.
I don't know what our temperature is. It's warmer today, I know.
Hmm.
Double check here. Tomorrow is supposed to get up to 47 here, so
Yeah, Saturday they're talking like low 40s.
hi Nightingale.
Oh,
Hey Bill.
So you don't believe in free, unbridled enterprise?
Not unbridled, no. I like our antitrust laws to enable fair competition.
Well, that actually is the antitrust laws actually keeps. That's not really what I was talking about. Actually, what I'm talking about is creating an atmosphere that's conducive to small businesses, small to medium businesses.
That I absolutely support.
Yeah, Nightingale. It hasn't been this cold in 2 years.
So the monopoly laws, do you know where they came from?
19 there it was a senator from Kansas, small town Kansas. I can't recall his name, but I believe it was like 1924 that he got elected and pushed for him.
No, it was Reagan.
Oh no, they here just a minute.
They had some back then. Yeah.
Reagan did the real significant ones, like the breakup of AT&T that controlled all the phone companies. They were the only game in town. Ma Bell, AT&T. Those were the monopoly laws that, because there were no monopoly laws before that.
Yes, yeah, we've had antitrust laws for Sherman.
But they don't do anything. The antitrust laws didn't stop big corporations from monopolizing.
Well, they would have. They just hadn't. A lot of them hadn't been enforced. Now, Ma Bell, that was 70s though, wasn't it?
No, that was Reagan years.
That was 80s.
That was Reagan years. I was in my 20s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember paying $400 phone bills just to call from St. Charles County to St. Louis.
And then Nixon put a cap on meat prices.
Yep, Ma Bell, 1984.
Right.
So, yep.
It wasn't.
I thought that was 70s.
It wasn't just Ma Bell. It was other private companies. Now I'm for.
Maybe it was the railroad.
If I'm for the privatization of a lot of the things like for example, the transit authority in my area. I wish it was privatized. I think the service would be much better. More people would be served. It would be more competitive. I think that is a monopoly. So Florida has a DMV that is privately owned, but it's regulated by the state of Florida. So and that's all privatized. I think the privatization of a lot of these things like the DMV and all that would be a really good thing for the country. Competition is always a good thing. And when you have a free open market, it does have its way of being self-regulating.
Mama Don says, hello, all you druggers.
Do you remember when gas stations used to have extreme price differences and all the gas stations were all competing with each other?
I was wrong real quick. I was wrong about the Sherman Act being in the 1920s.
I remember that very well.
The Sherman Antitrust. The Sherman Antitrust Law Act was 1890.
Yep. Oh, those were good laws. But they didn't do anything to stop the monopolies. And Reagan had to intervene because
Reagan enforced them. Nobody else had enforced them.
That was the big one right there. Yeah, the enforcement, the Glass-Steagall Act and stuff like that. He was big about enforcing all that.
I truly wish that they would enforce them now on a few things. I mean, but it's tricky right now because there's ways they work around it. They almost need to, I don't know. That's a tough subject. I'm not smart enough to come up with suggestions for that, but I do wish they would make it easier for the little guy. There we go. The smaller business. I agree with Bill very much on that they need to push small business again.
No, because it goes against the globalist agenda. And everybody that's in power, including the Republicans, are part of the globalist agenda. None of them are working at privatization of transportation companies, things like that. None of them are trying to do that. It actually, Chicago has got privatized busing, which I find pretty amazing for being, as left wing as it is.
Speaking of Chicago, what do y'all think about even the Democrats are hammering that teachers union? Everybody's ticked off at them now.
2-minute warning.
What about the teachers union? Yeah.
Oh, they at the literal 11th hour, at 11 o'clock at night, the day before they are going back to school, the teachers union said that their teachers were not going back to work and they're going back to homeschooling with the kids. No parents knew until 11 o'clock the night before. And now even the Democrats in charge there are just going after them in interviews and stuff. Yeah, they did not make any fans. They got everybody turned against them now, that teachers union.
Hi, Nightingale. Didn't want to miss her. Everybody else in the chat. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just being quiet.
Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah. I don't have much to say tonight.
Hi, Mrs. Dom.
I'm glad you came up, bro. Yeah, Mama Don says that DC and all the places north of that are going to get slammed again tonight. Freezing rain and snow into Friday. They can keep it. Zoom says hi, Ghost.
Hey, Zoom. Good to see you. I also think that if we could not just privatize, but make it possible, take a lot of the restrictions off the small and medium-sized businesses, a lot of the regulation, a lot of the high-priced business licenses. I think it would help small businesses and give them incentive. Because they give them all kinds of tax breaks, all kinds of cuts on big industry, but not on small businesses. They gave them huge incentives when Micron and they were gonna, you know who Micron was, I think, and they gave them huge incentives, like 10 years with no water bill. They were going to give them free water and no property taxes for 10 years. Guess what they did? Guess what Micron did? Took off and went to Indonesia.
I know a lot of like local areas, like townships, cities, and counties and stuff will give all sorts of tax benefits, and they'll even give away free land to companies that are bringing in jobs.
I don't even care about that. I mean, screw the big businesses. Let's give some incentives to the small businesses. See? Micron, after they gave them all these perks and everything, they left and set up shop in Indonesia instead of in the U.S. I mean, they're not loyal to anybody. Small businesses are, though. The incentive should be for the small businesses.
I mean, I get that, but like, say I hired 10 guys, I'll never make up the difference. Like if they gave me free land, the taxes that I'm paying, and that's all I'm saying is I agree we should support small business, but I understand why some of those towns and cities incentivize, because they want that tax money.
Right.
What if the government, your state government where you live, was to say you get $10,000 to start up a business, but you have to keep the business operating for a period of, say, 3 years. And if you don't, you have to pay it back.
I guess they'd have to pay it back with interest, but I'd see a lot of things
No,
getting unpaid because I think too many people that would just get the money and
She's got us on TV. We're on TV.
oh,
We're on
well,
big screen TV. We're
Yeah.
like life size.
they don't really worry about that when they're talking big businesses, though. They don't worry about that, whether they're going to, they don't charge them interest or anything. They give big businesses huge incentive, unspeakable incentives to set up shop. Let's say you're a green type of a business, right? And you recycle, blah, 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 and you make such and such out of the recycled materials. They will give you tons of incentives, even if you don't stay in business for a year. This is the big sham, man. Everybody's getting scammed on this. Small businesses need the incentives. Small farms need the incentives.
I think they need to just quit giving money away. Maybe do it with tax incentives or something. Lower taxes for like your first 5 years.
And if you own a
we already
mega
give
farm,
so much.
if you own a mega farm, say you're Ted Turner and you own half of Montana or whatever, they're going to give you huge incentives to not grow crops, to not raise cattle.
Yep.
This is what Biden is doing right now.
Yeah.
He's giving them incentives. What do you think Bill Gates is buying up all this prime farmland for? Because he gets huge tax breaks. He doesn't have to pay any taxes, and they'll actually subsidize him to not grow crops.
You just define most farmers in Colorado. It's all corporate and huge farms, and they've been getting that type of stuff forever. That's why the small farms here went out of business. Because they didn't get the help that the others got. I'm not saying I'm not saying give the big ones the help and don't give the little ones. I'm just saying we need to be careful on handing out as much as we are, to be honest. I mean, God, there's so much goes out. And the biggest thing, like with those solar companies, they gave millions out to them, and everyone is defunct now.
Right.
And they were considered small business, and they gave them millions of dollars.
That's what I was talking about, like taking recycled materials and making something out of it, and them getting a huge tax subsidy, right? And tax-free incentive, whatever it is, whatever kind of incentives they give them. They give those guys incentives. But they don't give Carpenter an incentive for having his construction business. He has no incentives. Nobody has any incentives to start up a business. And that is what's wrong right now. That needs to change. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'll shut up.
No, I get you. I actually agree with a lot of you said. They need to incentivize small business. I just don't know. I don't. The only thing I disagree with is handing out money. I mean, if maybe if they can prove they're successful for a couple of years, then they have access to some. Because I've known so many people that have wanted to start something up, and it's folded within 6 months. I mean, 90% of business does.
And then you're stuck with having to pay back. If they do that, I don't even know if they do that, but
no, they hit bankruptcies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they'll get out of paying it.
But there needs to be something there where they have required to be in business for the next 5 years or something, and it could be a $200,000. Maybe they just give them $200,000 grant.
And I don't disagree. I mean, I agree that they need to break up some of those grants and give them to smaller people with ideas instead of the corporations with ideas. They all go to corporate structures. I think they need to take a lot of that away. There's a lot of government. When I started in construction, I got my business loan on a government plan, and it was a really low interest. It was like 2% when most interest rates were up around 7 or 8. So it was a really low interest rate. So I mean, they have things out there right now that they kind of subsidize to help out.
I agree with Mrs. Sausage Gravy Biscuits. I don't say it right ever. I get them all mixed up all the time. That's CRS. Can't remember shit syndrome. But I agree with what she's saying. About New Zealand has become a dictatorship. That
An
woman.
Islamic dictatorship.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're big time all about the Islamic stuff.
Yeah. Well, they took their guns away. They took their guns away, so they can't fight back. It used to be the freest place on earth was New Zealand. They were paying people. They were paying Americans to move to New Zealand. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, they were paying retired military veterans, U.S. military veterans. I don't know what the sum of money was, but they were paying them to move to New Zealand to try to, I guess, colonize it or something.
I think it's fairly established. I don't know.
No, that's not recent. It was after World War II.
Oh,
Yeah, they were wanting Americans to move there and invest there and start their lives there, offering them, deals on things. I would look it up, but they don't do that. They don't want you there. No, nobody in New Zealand wants anybody there. They want you.
You'd be amazed how many countries went through. I mean, a lot of them moved to China, but you'd be amazed how many countries try to dangle a carrot in front of a lot of American companies, successful American companies. They want that tax revenue over there, and they try to give all sorts of reasons why they should move there. I mean, and it goes back to the free land, all sorts of stuff.
They got a thing there, like if you want to become a citizen in Australia, for example. I don't know about New Zealand, probably the same thing. They seem to be similar in a lot of ways. But they had a thing where to apply for residency in Australia, you had to be a doctor or a teacher, or you had to be approved that you were something that they wanted, and they would welcome you with open arms. A scientist, something, but you had to prove that you had something to offer New Zealand, or they wouldn't. They were being very selective on who they allowed into the country. Not New Zealand. I said New Zealand. I meant Australia. See, CRS kicking in. Damn, I'm old. That's what I get for being a 157-year-old ghost.
Well, why is everybody mute now?
I'm typing. I was trying to find the name of this. There's a couple Italian villages where the population is like average of like 60 years old, and they're wanting people to move there, and they're giving away free houses. But the thing is that you've got to read the fine print, because it's a highly taxed area, and you've got to make a yearly income of at least $50,000 of taxable income a year. So they want that. They want younger people, yes, but they also don't want just anybody to move there. They want to be able to tax you at like 30% on your income.
Right.
There's always a catch. Nothing's free. They're going to tell you, okay, you can have this free house, and there's another village that you get it for free. You've got to, and a lot of the houses are almost condemned. You've got to, within a year, you've got to make it livable and structurally sound and livable. And then after 10 years, it goes back to the city and they can resell it. If you just look through all the fine print.
Yeah, Canada was pretty freaking empty not too long ago. Everybody started moving to Canada, and now I guess most of them are concentrated in Toronto and Montreal and that area there. But
Yeah, Mama Don says they went to Australia and they had to pay a certain amount to come into their country for one day. This was
uh,
10+ years ago. Yeah.
the whole country of Canada was like the last frontier, more so than Alaska.
I always get a kick that the Canadian government condemns the U.S. about our immigration policies. Yet, to become a Canadian citizen, if you don't have at least $100,000 worth of equity in some way, you're probably not going to become a citizen. So basically, you have to be able to sell off stuff down here, have $100,000 that you can put in one of their banks, and then it'll be, you'll be able to go through with your citizenship.
Holy moly! She says it was $100 for parking in Sydney, Australia. Can't believe it.
Wow.
$100. See, I don't understand. This might be the country in me. Paid parking confuses me. There's a lot of areas to park. I would rather walk a ways. But I know a lot of cities you won't be able to walk because everywhere's paid. You got to pay everywhere to park.
Yeah. Don says I cuss like a sailor. You can hear him miles away.
Just like
No shit. Right. Oh my lord. Nancy. Oh, dog hunt.
Dog got gas.
Oh yeah. Oh my lord.
I'm pretty sure you know why I turned my mic off.
Yeah, well. But yeah, this is oh my goodness.
And Bill, with a lot of what you were saying earlier, I don't disagree. It's just one thing that I am a very staunch conservative on is fiscally. I think the U.S. dumps out way too many of our tax dollars, and that's what keeps our tax dollars high. I want to quit paying out to all sorts of things. So it's not that I disagree.
I don't consider myself a conservative. I'm not in that boat. I'm really not. I don't know if some of the things that I stand for and believe in are conservative or Democrat or what the hell they are. People tell me I sound like a conservative. I've never really claimed any loyalty to either one.
The funny thing about it is everybody else will try to label you, but in my opinion, each one of us on every different item would probably go to different spectrums.
I mean, I'm probably extreme libertarian, if anything, in some cases. In other ways, I'm not. I mean, I think a lot of things should be legalized that aren't right now. I think we need to get rid of a lot of the laws we have right now, an awful lot of the laws, because the wrong people are getting punished. We need to start punishing the right people. People need to pull their head out of their ass and learn what right and wrong is.
I think it's in Chicago that they're getting rid of some laws, and one of the things they're doing now is apparently if you rob a store with a gun, but if nobody gets hurt, then it's just a misdemeanor. They've got some crazy stuff they're doing over there.
Yeah, talk about city suicides. That's just the city committing suicide.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all that is.
And you talk to regular people over there, they like the cops. There's bad cops, yes, but they like the purpose of the police and everything. 99% of them are good people. they appreciate what they do to keep them safe. They want more police. It's the far extremities that don't want them, because and then a lot of that's anarchists. They don't want cops. They don't want a lot of that stuff.
Yep.
I guess I'm not the only one that's got chirping going on.
Am I chirping?
No, not that I know of. Yeah. No, it's yeah, man. Of course, I didn't drive when I was in Australia. I was only there for a day, but we were only in port for a day. I did get out and had dinner, but I couldn't even tell you what city I was in. I just know I was there.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Emerald! How many kids do you have over there?
None.
Yeah.
Gee,
How many countries have you been to that we should start getting some DNA tests done over there?
stop. That's not even funny. Nah, but no, I was in Germany for a year and a half, and then spent a total of about 4 months in TDY. Ended up in California for my last year of service, but it wasn't really California. Most of that was spent in Central America. I only came back for reassignments.
What years were you in Central America for?
85 and 85 to 86. Yep.
I think I know part of the reason you were probably down there.
Yeah. Yep. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Cool. I wouldn't mind going to Australia. Australia kind of did what Germany did, because originally when I was planning on going overseas, I was wanting to go to Bavaria in Germany and look at a lot of the older towns that have survived the years that made it through the World War II bombings and stuff, and also a lot of the castles along the Rhine. But they've gone so nuts with their mandates. That's why I'm looking at England. I'm hoping they chill out by September.
Good luck.
I know.
Good
Because
luck.
if I have to have the vaccine, I won't, most likely won't go.
Right. Unfortunately, there's no more open stuff, like that.
Travel, yeah.
Yeah, for now anyway.
Basically, they're making it.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to make us second class citizens where we can't travel, can't do certain things.
Hey, dear Butch, how you doing? Rock on. Hey, here, let's put that there. There you go, Colonel Shaw.
Hey, Shaw. Hey,
How you
guys.
doing? There's Irish. Oh man, I'll tell you what. This cold weather puts a damper on so much stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I couldn't even go anywhere today. It was messed up. Hey, Irish, come up here and talk to Emerald. I've got to go take care of a couple things and doctor up the puppy dog, so that way he's got a couple of you up here to chat with.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go find a cork, stick it in his butt.
Mm-mm-mm.
Think he dogs.
Yeah, I gotta give Callie her medicine and put antiseptic stuff on her stitches, and she does not like it. So I will. Oh,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So I'll be right back.
I'm kind of feeling like the window has closed for me to go back to Europe. I would love to go back to Germany and actually really see Germany, but it doesn't look like it's happening. I'd like to really see Germany. I'd like to see that whole area. Go to Denmark and down to different countries.
You didn't do any traveling while you were there?
Dude, all I did was I was always on duty. We were under yellow alert the entire time I was there.
Oh, shit.
We didn't. I got out a few times. I went one time up to Hanover, and that's pretty much the extent of it. I mean, just always on duty. Always on duty. Never had a break, man. Didn't get to see.
Wow.
Yeah, the only thing I got to see was while I was on duty. I didn't get to see anything else. I got to see the town that I was in, that's pretty much it in Hanover. But I didn't, I took the train up to Hanover one time, but we never got passes or anything. I mean, we always had to be back. Never had a 3-day weekend pass or anything, so that you couldn't go hardly anywhere.
Oh,
It's
wow.
sad.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had company sponsored trips to Spain.
different
Neat.
era. Different era. I mean, it wasn't a huge different timeline difference, but the
Right.
thing of it is, there was stuff going on with Russia and Poland at the time, and so we were on yellow alert.
Yeah, you were there just before I was. Or, yeah, I was there at the beginning or at the end of that.
Well, I got out. I got out of the army in 1981. I went in when I was 18 in 1978. I actually went in on the delayed entry program, or I would have went in 77. But I swore in 78 and went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and finished my basic in AIT and got sent straight over to the Middle East. And after that, and while I was over there, Russia was invading freaking Afghanistan. And then I went to Germany, and I can't really discuss too much, that.
Right. Nightingale says fire in the boat.
So anyway.
Brought to you by SausageGravyBiscuitFarms.com for all your seed needs. Hey, Dallas.
All I know is when I got out of the army, I was just glad to be out.
Yeah, I remember feeling that way too. Trump did an interview today with one of the reporters over at OAN.
I seen that.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Was it any good?
Yeah. I can't give you any details because I don't even remember it. I saw it though. I think I was watching it kind of half-heartedly. It was just more banter. Just nothing newsworthy.
Okay. All right.
Give OAN a little boost, I guess, having them on there.
Wow.
I'm not even subscribed to OAN. Because when I was subscribed to them, I just got too many notifications. They were just bombarding me with them. And I was getting emails and all kinds of stuff. And I think I might have put them on block or unsubscribed or something in my email because I got tired of the constant, filling up my inbox.
Right. Hey, there's Don. What's up, buddy?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. Just
Yeah,
dropping in to say, seeing if you're feeling okay. Looks like you got a little bit of sniffle action going on there.
it's cold. It's just cold.
As far as travel to, outside of CONUS, um, my advice would be to just chill for the next 36 months. I think this COVID shit's going to blow over and travel's going to go back to its normal self.
Right.
That's my opinion. Don't, that and what is it, $1.25 will now get you a cup of coffee. What's up,
You're right.
Butch?
You know what, Don? I think there's good things in the horizon.
The fudge are you, sir? What's that, sir? What's that, Ghost?
I said I think we got good things in the horizon.
Oh, I agree. But at the time, currently, I think it's best for to hold not a hunker down, but yeah, a hunker down, cautious, but optimistic outlook, and keep your powder dry and your socks warm, or your socks warm.
Yeah.
I recommend you some good words.
But this horse shit's gonna pass. The horse shit, especially the political horse shit. I mean, I don't put a lot of anything in what I say, but I feel much better about the conservative movement in 2022 election cycle than I have. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm throwing as much money as I can at them. So, them buy whatever they need to buy to get whatever they need to get done. That's the way I
Right.
see it.
Yeah. So
Humble opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
well, them
To be
is
honest
good
with you,
words.
I'm just trying to get to just trying to get the house in.
Right. Get
Get the
established.
office and get work going, get on there. So
Platoon is really happy with that Death Wish coffee.
Yeah.
Kind of wondering if it's got a drug in it or something, because it seems to like it quite a bit.
Yeah, just a bit. Hey, Don,
I
it's
am
called
glad to see the
GTFOD.
wifey in the chat. Go ahead.
It's called GTFOTW. Get thing the fuck out of the way.
Get the fuck. So anyway, it's just my humble opinion. What do I know? I remember when flying was cool. I remember when you all had the middle seat open. I remember when you could smoke on airplanes.
Yeah, I do too.
I
I
remember
remember.
the
smoking.
thing over 800 I could book business class. I remember I was flying out every Monday and back every Thursday night.
I remember them bringing food and keeping my drink full.
Exactly. I tell you what, I remember getting bumped to business class just because I was wearing a U.S. Marshals pea coat or field jacket. Excuse me. I am not kidding you.
I'd get bumped to business class or first class, depending on the station, when I was wearing my dress. Because I was traveling from states to Europe, so I was always on the big Pan Ams.
I always traveled in my khakis.
Back in the day, it was cool to fly. you're just a fucking another sardine packed can,
Right.
and the the stewardesses or the flight attendants, call them whatever you want, are no longer
Trying to
pleasant
stop
to
that
talk
fuck
to
Europe.
or look at.
Yeah.
Okay, are no longer pleasant to speak to or look at. Have bad attitudes and seniority. And so they think that they're like law enforcement and can order you and we're federally deputized, blah blah blah. No, you're not. So fuck you. But yeah, listen. You're talking to a guy that's put multiple million miles on multiple carriers.
Right.
I won't do it again, ever,
No.
under any circumstance. Dude, I was the biggest points whore you ever met. Ask the wife.
Well, flying
I've
to
flown
Europe.
her and her entire clan all halfway around the world on points.
Flying to Europe though,
Oh,
man. Yeah, you could. A lot of times those planes were empty, damn near. They, you'd have a whole row of seats. You just flip up the armrest and lay down and go to sleep. It's like, oh shit, really? Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, TWA.
Pan Am's
give
mostly.
me, bring me 3 Captain Morgans and Coke, and don't bother me for the next 8 hours.
Right.
Is what you would tell the nice lady, and she would smile and say, "Okay, no problem."
Right.
And if they didn't have first class pull and you wanted to go sit in first class, they'd let you in your military uniform.
Well, the 747s, they got a bar up on top. Yeah. Yeah. You get invited up there real quick when there ain't nobody on the plane.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the days when you could smoke on the plane and everything as long as it wasn't taking off or landing.
There was an ashtray in every armrest.
Yep. And a smoking sign on the indicator. Yeah.
Not anymore. So no,
Yeah.
fuck flying. You can have it.
Yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
don't even get a meal. You don't even get a meal anymore. It's a little bag of peanuts and maybe a chiclet or something.
Like I
Oh
said,
no, you
like
do get
take 36 months to 5 years off. Take 3 years to 5 years and stop flying. Just
Yeah.
fucking everybody say the goddamn airlines will come crawling back to you. They'll be offering you every perk you could possibly. They'll be offering you hand jobs just to load up in the rear of the plane.
Yep, they'll offer you mile
I'm not
high
kidding.
clubs for free.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Just I'm done with the airline next couple of years. I really am. I don't really want to ever. It wouldn't break my heart if I never flown again. But I would like to see my friends in New Zealand, Australia, in the UK, that kind of thing. So
Oh, shit.
okay, I can't fly,
Take a boat.
but you're right. I could take a boat, but right now I'm digging the whole RV in the CONUS. So every place I need to go is United States, Canada, Alaska. Yeah.
I'm thinking they're going to get all those commies out of Canada one of these times.
I wouldn't count on that.
Don't talk about Canadian communists. I married a Canadian who is way not a communist. She'll fight.
Right.
I'm talking about the communists over there, not your wife. Jeez.
They go by socialists.
Dude, you have to make that separation. Okay, I'm just saying, for my sake, make the separation.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Because if not, later on, I'll hear that goddamn no-name ghost fucker, whoever the hell he is.
Well, Colonel Shaw, we think highly of you too, brother.
Much love, Colonel. And yeah, I would really like to fly into Schiphol and get drunk with the colonel in a little bar somewhere.
I would. I wish a bunch of us could go over there and see Colonel.
Oh, thanks for the Frankers there, Butch.
Maybe we could, rent a plane or something, and all of us just fly over there and go see him.
There was a time I was flying into Schiphol pretty regular, and staying in that Hilton hotel there right across the way from it.
I'll stay in one of them old World War One bunkers. The Colonel had on his channel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he had some cool stuff he was showing. Got to go check out Colonel Shaw's channel. Everybody should.
You got the link? Let's put up a link.
There. Mr. Canoes, how you been, sir? Haven't heard a lot from you.
Busy here.
How's your
Working
health?
overtime. Yeah, I'm all right.
Good. Christmas?
Rock,
Happy New Year? No? Yeah? Okay.
Say again.
I'll shut up.
No,
No,
I
happy,
didn't hear you.
Happy New Year.
Did you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year? Mr. Canoes?
Christmas sucked, and New Year's was just non-existent. I was here with you guys.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. I've just been working a lot of overtime.
Right.
I understand. I understand completely. I've been working, just none of it getting paid. Most of mine's like humping boxes and unloading trucks and that kind of shit.
Right.
But it's
Right.
been good. It's been good. I like it. I like it.
You have a large cardboard collection.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I've broken down all the retainable boxes, and there are many. Yes.
Right.
I love Canada. If Canada wasn't so totalitarian, I would love to live there.
Well,
yeah.
Even before it was totalitarian, it was expensive to live up there.
Yeah, it was. But for the fishing, I would just love to fish. That's all I would do if I lived there.
There's a lot of people in my area that go up there for a month or two every summer, but they haven't been able to,
Right.
the last 2 years.
Hey, studio. Welcome
Female
in.
bacon.
Get me a good live aboard
Female
sailboat.
What was that?
Female bacon. If you're Canadian, you know what female bacon is. It's delicious.
Oh, okay.
Covered in a meal. It's good. Wife introduced me to it. It's awesome.
I've seen that on video. Yeah, it looks delicious.
It's delicious. Really is. She make it and put it on a big old fluffy biscuit, cheese. Oh hell yes.
Hey,
Sorry,
Hey, welcome
Yeah.
in, Damon.
Nova Scotia for sure.
Yeah, she says Toronto's way too expensive to live.
I'd love to go to Nova Scotia. Not in the winter. Not in the winter.
Cold. You think Buffalo is cold, and it is. Minnesota is cold. Those. I mean, you go two longitudinal jumps up north to Newfoundland, and it's cold up there.
Right?
Fuck.
It's cold no matter
I don't
where
know how
you
those
go.
people. I couldn't do it.
How about New Brunswick?
Well, that's St. John's, which is another 600 north.
At least you're
St.
on the
John's,
ocean,
Newfoundland.
right?
Oh yeah,
At
that's
least
where you want to be.
Yeah.
21 below. See, why do you do that? Why do you live in that? Northern Wisconsin, 10 degrees. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought I was bad at
It ain't for
6.
me. I guess,
I only got one number in my degrees.
And another one that I think is absolutely beautiful of what I've seen of it was British Columbia. It's so
BC's
gorgeous.
nice. Green,
Yeah.
green, wet. Green.
Where are you located, in studio?
I guess you kind of have to be born there to dig that shit.
Yeah, Mama Dad says I don't want to ever see single digits again.
And this is a woman that was born in Toronto and lived in Newfoundland. So yeah, as Canadian as they come, but she's tired of the cold. I'm tired of the cold.
Yeah.
That's why we moved west.
Right? I'm surprised
BC.
Mary moved down there where she's at, and she's down in Mexico and she's not dying of heat exhaustion or something.
I need to get the wifey up to British Columbia. So they need on the border. She wants to go up into Saskatchewan, into Banff, into the Rockies there, and then head west into British Columbia and Victoria. So what is that?
Yeah.
Vancouver? Yeah. So they need to open the freaking border up. We can get there.
I think they still have a passenger rail line that runs through all of that. That would be the way to go.
Yeah, they do. That would be a very good way to go. Yeah.
Now I remember my grandmother
Let's move to-
years ago, like probably in the 60s or 70s, she spent a lot of money. It was her dream vacation, and she went on this railroad trip up through from Toronto, going all the way up to northern Ontario, where the town was called Moosonee, and it was right at the southern edge of Hudson's Bay, like way up there where the fucking polar bears are and shit. She had a blast.
Why are you concerned about being above water in 50,000 years?
I know.
Maybe it's me. I missed part of that conversation. I guess. I don't
It's
know.
like,
Puerto Rican sounds good, though.
my grandkids live to be 100. That's, and they can still be above ground, and I'm happy.
Calgary. Yeah, that's where she wants to be. It's Calgary. Apparently, she's got some family there. We need to go to. And I want to take the RV up there with the Jeep and some toys and play.
You're probably going to have to buy some toys to play up there, though.
Yeah, so tell me something
Right, I
I'm
know.
not already aware of.
Can you rent?
We
Can
are-
you rent? Can you rent a snow?
As a matter of fact, that's how we got hooked. We rented a Polaris 1000 Razor quad seat side by side for a day. That cost me $800
For $800 for a day?
for a day. Actually, wasn't even a day. It was 8 hours, basically. Yeah, for $800.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't you post a video of that
I
from
did,
last
as a
year?
matter of fact.
Yeah, yeah.
Wifey drove it
And-
like a boss.
Yeah, she was tearing it up.
right.
Tore it up. So that's kind of where we're at now. Is we're eyeballing those quads like that, and the quote of the day is, "Oh, Uncle Don, did you know that the 2021 Razor 1000 could start at $21,000?" Why, yes, I.
And then he froze up.
You know, yeah. If I buy something used or new, it's going to cost me 25 to 30 grand.
Right.
I know.
Right.
I know. We'll see. We'll see. I need one. I absolutely need one. But there's the problem with that is I need a bigger trailer to haul it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Then do you get a trailer fit for one or two? And what do
Two.
you do with
And
your
then you have an attic.
TVs? Gotta
Then you
have
have
two, exactly.
Then you have a lift in it for all the smaller toys.
There you go. So now you're, and you got to think of the whole family, right? So everybody's got a ride, right?
There's
Oh, but Uncle Don,
that.
we only need two of them. We only need two. Okay.
Yeah. If there's the only two getting on there, fire and the motherfucking boat. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Yeah. I should be able to go get that generator.
So we have individual ATs, or what do we call them? Quads,
Right.
four-wheelers, one-seater, bike looking, no, four-wheel looking things. Wife's got we have two. Wife has one, I have one. We'll
What's up,
probably
Carpenter?
Tomorrow.
what's tomorrow?
Carpenter was asking when I was going to be able to get the new generator.
Dude,
I can get it
for the
tomorrow.
new generator.
Be able to get it tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I would have been able to do it yesterday had the bank not screwed shit up.
It is what it is, brother.
Carpenter
It's all
Patriot,
set.
my brother.
It's all part of the rule set we all got to play. That's
Yep.
it.
Exactly.
So the place we went to out of Fort Drum, New York, for winter warfare training, before I went to over to the Middle East, was called Rafale Blanche. I think it was called Rafale Blanche. It was the Toronto Regiment, and we had joint training exercise, artillery joint training exercise.
No, that other place didn't. Yeah, they didn't want to sell it. They removed it and deleted my cart that I made. I put
Oh,
together. Yeah, so they were like, no, we don't intend to sell to it for that or something. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll make a video of it and post it up on the Wizard of Oz. You bet. Hell yeah. Yeah, in fact, I wanted to check and see. I noticed when I went to town the other day, when I had to go to the bank up there, gas prices were up again. They're right at $3 now here. I know that's lower from
I
that's
think
lower
we
than most
actually
places.
saw a dip from like 329 down to like 319. So, but we're still above $3, which means that I don't dare put the RV in the wind
Right?
because I get like negative 12 miles to the gallon. I have to start throwing 20s out the window just to get any fucking traction.
Wow. Well, there's one station that says it's got that's probably not valid anymore. But it says 281 there. But everything else is 299.
it's all 316, 320 out here.
Yeah, it's 329 here.
Well, I was thinking I'd actually like to get the RV out, and do something this summer maybe, and that'd be nice. But gas prices are going to have to come down. Frankly, in Biden's, I'm not sure I like going out driving in Biden's New World Order.
Right.
My humble opinion.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, all these different states are all having their own wacky freaking reactions to stuff.
Exactly. You could roll up into Oregon, and the next thing you know, they've closed the border on you and declared fucking independent goddamn communist country.
And you're trying to get through a checkpoint to get back out of Oregon.
Exactly. Papers, please. Papers. And I'm just trying to get the fuck out of there. Just papers. Nah, fuck that. And me, I roll strap, so I'm going down. I'm not down quietly into fucking commie land. That's not going to happen.
Right.
Now, that's part of the reason why I'm not on the road driving a truck. I go everywhere strong. You're going to tell me.
I think about that kind of shit. I'm not even paranoid and I think about that shit.
I don't feel so dumb now. I got somebody else that addressed it exactly.
So I really don't. I mean, comfortable moving around in Nevada. I'll not over to fucking California, unless I absolutely positively have to. Nevada, I'm good with. Utah, I'm good with. Arizona, New Mexico, mostly pretty good with. Everybody's good there. Won't go north to Oregon or Washington. Idaho, I might be good with. Wyoming, I might be good with traveling into.
But not Colorado.
That's about it at this point.
I noticed you didn't say Colorado.
Say Colorado, and I have some Colorado. It's not high on my list. The whole I-5 Front Range thing there is turned into California communist country.
There you go.
I'm sorry. And Singh will. I know he will. So I'll shut up now.
I actually don't think that New Mexico is that much better either.
It's probably not. I don't have any bad experience out of New Mexico though.
I have no desire to go to New Mexico.
65 at night.
I do know freeloaders and RVers that go down to Arizona though on a pretty regular basis and
Yeah, they do.
like to live on that BLM land.
That's a pretty free state there. I like Arizona.
Nightingale's gonna send snuggies out to everybody.
Thank you, Nightingale. But that's just analysis from Uncle Don here. That's not that's not the gospel. It's not like it's the gospel according to Alex or anything. Hey, what's up, my brother?
Going on? Anybody get any snow out there?
Yeah.
Negative on the snow.
Yeah, we got a bunch of snow. Dumped like good half a foot at least.
It missed us big time. We only got like an inch. And
We had a
it just
dusting.
flogged us.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 days ago, we had a dusting like quarter of an inch. It was
Yeah.
gone in 2 days.
That's nice. Yeah, we got the loot here.
Did you get my message? I guess you got my message. I was like, hey,
2 minutes.
2-minute warning.
This is your 2 warning.
Yeah.
2 minutes. It's your 2 minute. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh,
This is your
Load those bulls. Load them up.
did you guys see the
got one loaded. right
link?
here.
Did you guys see the link that I posted earlier? The YouTube link.
For
A boom boom accessory. I'll post it again here.
all right.
You got to watch like the first minute or two of this video. It's disgusting.
Was it private?
No, it's a trigger for an AR system. Fastest trigger in the world. That's still technically semi-automatic.
Yo, Nightingale, what's up?
The ATF wants to shut them down, but they can't. As of right now.
ATF wants to shut everybody. They think that it is.
Fire in the bowl.
Yeah, I spent some time cleaning
Welcome
my
to the
room
boys and
today.
girls.
I felt embarrassed last night. I got all drunk and acted stupid, and my room was all dirty. I swear, like, I had to clean the crap out of it today. That's all I know. I hadn't vacuumed in a month.
Got all drunk and acted stupid?
I was saying stupid
No.
shit. That's nice. I was just embarrassed that my room was so damn trashy looking.
Okay, I watched the video.
Is that because of the? Is that they're finding?
Yeah, I actually watched the video too. You and Sing were up late last night.
I wasn't here last night.
Was it last?
Yeah, we
I think
missed-
it was. Today's Thursday, so Wednesday was. So yeah, I looked
Kick
at
that goat.
Yeah, that
I
trigger.
watched the video.
That-
Crazy.
Yeah, that trigger. Okay, it's still semi-auto. The trigger goes back and forth for each round that's shot, but the length of the what do they call it? The refresh, the reset on the trigger. It's only 1/8 of an inch. The damn thing costs about $400.
Oh wow.
Good way to do a mag dump.
Yeah, 30 rounds in like 3 or 4 seconds.
Very interesting.
I better do a nice job with my 100-round drum.
Yeah. Oh wow. Watch your barrel heat.
Yeah, I would say I would want a fluted barrel.
Trying to think of the name of it. It was a gun that shoots. It breaks down and you can use it as a pistol or it turns into a shotgun. It's a rifle. I forget what the fuck it was called, man.
That's pretty sweet.
It's been years now. This old man was telling me about it. I love guns, but man, I just don't know much about them. Just like a lot of things, I may love the band and don't know like who is the name of the singer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love getting into it though. I feel I would have been a good gunsmith.
Well, that's kind of what I'm looking at doing after, well, if I inherit decently.
Oh yeah, I can see
take
you doing it.
take a professional course with like SDI or another one of those online outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the shop you could set up.
Oh yeah.
All the proper milling machines and all that jazz.
Yeah, you could do that. And what I would be doing is I'd be doing coating and Duracoating.
Yeah, I was listening to Tucker Carlson earlier going on at what's his name? Senator Cruz. Because he's telling how what happened on the 6th was like he said terrorism. So he debated him earlier. Like Tucker was just telling him, I don't believe you. Because Ted was like, I didn't mean it like that, you know. It was kind of funny. But I don't think Ted really meant it like I think he's honest. I don't think he meant it the way he said it, but he really threw himself onto their like what do you call it? Into the lion's den or what? I don't know what you call it. He threw himself under the bus. But yeah, I'm fully confident people will become aware of something before it's all over with. Go back to normal.
There's a very large lot of us that think that the Democrats just keep for ugliness and in regards to conservatives or Republicans in front of the media eye, in front of the coming November elections so that they can exploit it. That's all they're doing. This November 6th, they have no fucking real they're not going to throw anybody in jail. No, November 6th was not a fucking insurrection, and it's just a goddamn political theater that Pelosi and Schumer want to play to try to get their shit pushed through. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
Well,
Yeah.
they can either keep their place or they lose it all because they can get indicted.
Did I sound triggered, Carpenter?
Oh no, he's talking about the video.
Oh, okay.
Video Canoes put up. Yeah.
Yeah, Tucker.
You meant January 6th.
And that's the thing. No one has been charged. Will they've been charged? But they'll talk about insurrection in CNN, MSNBC, Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, and all those goddamn commie pieces of shit that are in Congress will talk about insurrection, but nobody will ever get charged.
Right.
And
Nobody's
that's the problem.
charged with it. Nobody. Not even.
Just like they talked about the fucking Russiagate thing, just like they talked about how, Trump
Right.
was beholden to Russia or this, that, and the other thing. It just was
the
talk.
Ukraine deal. Yeah.
And so it's just a goddamn political cover up to try to keep the Republicans on their back feet. And we need to stop letting them do that. We need to lean forward into the fucking wind and start throat punching bitches like that dumb bitch in Congress. I'm sorry. Did I say that in my outside voice?
Yeah.
We all know Ray Epps isn't going to get locked up, you know, and I mean, the Fed's involvement isn't going to be, there's not going to be light shined on that, but.
Well, they can't, because then it would publicly expose the whole fucking machine is corrupt and trying to and subverted this whole thing. It was a full blown false flag built into making them look bad.
It's political kabuki fucking theater is all it is.
Yep. And they use
nothing
intelligence services.
Parading. Yeah. What the fuck is that kind of shit? That's like me, you know, parading out in the goddamn. It's just wrong. It's political kabuki theater, and it's got to stop.
It's got to stop. This is ridiculous. It's pure insanity. So.
Anyway, I'm sorry to start screaming at people.
Back one up in spite of that. Yeah, it's been a good day though. I got my car scraped off that foot of snow. I went up and got cigarettes and a little 6-pack of Bush, whatever. And managed to vacuum the whole house and straighten up my room. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I thought. Oh, hold on. Hey, what's up? Good night.
Is that right? But yeah, no shit, man. I don't know. I
Nobody ever wants to hear what I have to say.
No, I mean, yeah. Everybody wants to say it. That's all. Everybody wants to say that.
I like the analogy kabuki theater.
Yeah. But the thing is, the only solution it appears that we're going to get is just somebody goes off and just, you know.
So here's the way I see. Here's how I'm making my plans. Okay, you guys can do whatever you want accordingly, but I'm making my plans for a conservative takeover of Congress in November.
Yeah.
So until then, all we can do is try to hold the line.
Congress and the Senate.
Try to hold the line on spending. Try to hold the line on giving the goddamn Democrats the $3.8 trillion that they think they deserve. Just hold the line. Keep them from fucking, you know, let's prop Manchin up. Let's make sure that, you know, that we have 51 votes to shoot this motherfucker down for at least the next 11 months, please.
Right.
And then once we take back over Congress, then all this shit will change everything. The whole motherfucker will change. If we're lucky, we'll get somebody in Congress with some goddamn stones who immediately will turn around and impeach Biden just for being a dickhead.
Yeah, and call the election. Yep.
I'm serious. I am not joking. They fucking tried to impeach fucking Trump twice on trumped up fucking charges. So somebody needs to trump up some fucking charges on Biden and impeach his dumb cuck ass.
And all they ain't even got to write a new script. They could just use the same one they used against Trump because fucking Biden's guilty of that shit. The Ukraine stuff, he's on camera admitting it.
Oh my God!
Fired.
Somebody please put fucking Hunter Biden behind bars. Oh my God, is he a fucking embarrassment to everybody involved?
Right. Yep.
We've got too many Hunter Biden laptops with too much fucking child pornography on them.
Right.
And
I
not
remember
enough goddamn people behind bars for it.
Yeah. They didn't have pictures of themselves. They just had pictures of kids on their laptop, and they raid their houses with military vehicles and shit.
Welcome in, Jesse James.
But this bastard can have himself in the act with underage people and underage kids and shit, and turn around and, oh, it's okay. He's just Hunter Biden. What the fuck?
He's just a pedophile. Don't mind him.
Yeah.
Poor soul. He's just a pedophile.
He was abused as a young child by his father.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
probably
okay.
sniffed. His old man sniffed him when he was a kid.
Yeah. That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
Well, and here's the thing. The media doesn't give it all a pass. But the liberal portions of it, the Reuters, the ABC, NBC, CBS, fucking MSNBC, CNN, and all of those ilk, which is a lot of news organizations, they give it all a pass. The Foxes, the Newsmaxes, the other ones, and there are a lot of, and that's my humble opinion. That's kind of the saving grace of the internet, is that the now the outcrop of all of these new conservative news outlets, right? Breitbart, you can get all the video you want from Breitbart. Gateway
Well, I just think,
Pundit,
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
think they all need a brain implant. Something in the category of like maybe, let's say 762. Yeah. Yeah.
Lead poisoning
Lead
inserts,
No,
government inserts.
it's a brain implant that allows them to talk to God.
Exactly. We call it government inserts, and when we do it at high
Yeah.
velocity and mass and serially do it, right? Over and over and over and over.
Sure, you can do it, right?
Well, since his head's up his ass, they should make a lead suppository.
Right.
So anyway, I didn't mean to get up here and monopolize the rant, but I just get kind of tired of us beating around the bush a little bit.
Right.
And, it's like Singh says, I don't give a fuck about the collateral damage. I'll go straight through the cornfield and kick everybody in the balls from one end to the other. What are you showing us there, Canoes?
Great Lakes Christmas Ale.
Great Lake
Great
Christmas.
Lakes
The-
Christmas. That
The
sounds
the big brewery in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
It's I haven't had it in a couple of years. They change the recipe slightly every year, so it always tastes just slightly different. Someone gave me a couple at work for Christmas. I'm gonna drink one.
Ah, dude. Hammer just sent me some old memories. Oh, hell yeah.
This year it has a very good touch of honey in it.
Maple.
Check it out. Good to see that.
It's kind of hard to make it in. Let me put it
Picture-
on full
oh.
screen. Oh, one of your
Yeah, one of our
kids.
land game events. Yep.
Land party.
Yep. One of the events we put on. And I think that's me over there in the white shirt.
What was it for?
It was a gaming event. Land party gaming.
Huh.
Yeah.
Land party?
Land
Land.
party. LAN. Local area network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We connected up many computers together.
I see.
Put servers on the network and hosted game competitions. Yeah, we had a blast.
I didn't know you liked games or anything.
Dude. Yeah, dude. Well, we did this shit back in 2000 before anybody knew this was even capable.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So we broke ground on this stuff way back when.
You ever what gaming system like PlayStation 2?
No, computers.
Dude,
PC.
all
They
computers.
want computers.
I mean, look
All
at the
PC.
size of these monitors.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you ever play that U.S. Navy SEAL game SOCOM?
there's not a flat screen in that picture, bro. They weren't available yet. Okay. This is before flat screens were even a thing.
Right. Big box.
Panel TVs and stuff like that weren't even a thing. It wasn't possible.
14.4K modems.
No, we had 100-base T network cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
But I'm just stating the general time frame. That's what everybody had.
that's 56K. 56K.
And that was pretty much as high as modems went for years.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, all those monitors are 15-inch and 16-inch. Some are flat screen, but they're still the emitters, CRTs. That's all there was. It was badass. Man.
Got me wanting a po' boy.
This was the very first one we ever went to. Oh, wow.
What kind of games did you play then?
Quake.
On the computer. Oh, Quake, yeah.
Yeah, Quake was the big one.
I love
Right.
the Quake Arena. I had that on computer. My brother did. Hell yeah, seeing what we did. Kept me up crunk. Maybe 2 crunks. Of course, I had an eventful night last night anyway, we'll say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nothing bad. Just, man, with this snow coming down, it came down really fast. Like, it covered the whole place. It's probably one of the best snows we've had since like 92, 94, maybe. Covered everywhere. Downtown Nashville. There's like at least 60 wrecks, probably, at least in Davidson County. I'm glad we moved out to a flat area, so I know when it snows, I can just go right out. Don't have to worry about hills. There's a lot of hills in Tennessee, but out in Murfreesboro, it gets kind of flat. Certain places. For having such a big city in Murfreesboro, we've got a lot of country land just right around, not far out.
Yeah, it's not a big, real big town, actually.
Nah, I like it.
It's
Simple.
mostly just sprawl. As
What's that?
I said, it's mostly just sprawl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
Like, Louisville's got like this 1 square mile of downtown, and then everything else is sprawl. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
About to call it fire in the motherfucking bowl.
Cheers.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to pay for my Xbox Live subscription, but just giving more money to Billy Goats Foundation.
There you go. That should get it, Carpenter.
Oh hell yeah, Platoon! I don't know. I've been here my whole life, and I have no room to compare with anywhere, so I can't really say much about where I live. It is what it is. It's my home, sweet home. Yeah, there was a lot of fog here last week too.
Yeah.
Freaking deer came out and ran in front, like two deer, mother and her little doe, and they ran out right in front of me. And luckily, I'm very cautious driving at night because I hit a deer earlier this year. So
Free food.
yeah, if need be.
Well, he's so free. You gotta replace the bullet. You're at the car. Got to get star fixed. That's not a cheap kill.
Exactly. This is a life or death situation, possibly for both of us.
Right. Yeah.
You go right
Yeah.
through the windshield, man. You're gone too.
Man, I remember my father hit a deer in the Cleveland Metro Parks system about 20 years ago, and it's a huge network of parks that circle the city of Cleveland. It's one of the nicest things about Cleveland is the park, and there's tons of deer down there. People hit deer left and right. And my dad hit one, and he was driving a little Honda Civic, and it hit just right where like the brain case in the skull just smashed at a perfect angle on the front edge of the hood and caused no damage to the car except for one little scrape on the hood itself.
That's pretty lucky.
And the trooper's like, wow, I can't believe how little damage there is. He's like, yeah, it's going to buff out pretty good, I think. And he's like, you want the deer? And my dad's like, no.
I have
Oh,
90
Yeah,
Honda
a lot of
Civics.
places around here, you know, if you hit it and kill it, you know, you can take it.
Yeah.
But my dad, he wasn't into venison, not like I am. All right, Singularity. Have a good night, brother.
Yeah. Dream well, Patriot. Fire in the bowl.
That is Southern Grandma.
And I just think about, you know, how things are going to change, but I want to bring in this. I want to see the old Tesla technology brought forward. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I think it's going to.
Like the big transfer tower technology.
I think we're going to see batteries go away and there'll be point of access. Kind
It's
of thing.
funny, you know, there's like a debate. If there's free energy, then that means it could become a very socialist or communist society.
Mm,
It just depends on how they dole
I
it
don't
out.
think so.
Well,
I
it
think
depends
changes.
okay, Galt Generator. If you've ever read the book, you know, Atlas Shrugged, that's basically it was an adaptation of Tesla, you know, power through the, you know, the atmosphere.
Correct.
And because of who was running it and who had the technology, it made it more towards the conservative side, not the liberal side. But it was just a book. But yeah, it'll matter on who puts out the technology.
Right.
Because all his fucking notes and prototypes and everything were seized back in the day, and no one ever
By
knows
the
what became of it.
OSS,
Yeah.
Don Trump's.
Don knows where it's all at.
Yep. Donald Trump's uncle, George, I think. Yep. Was running the OSS at the time on the project that was cleaning out. Yeah.
Mrs. Sausage Gravy Biscuits taken off. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by.
Oh, yeah. Dream well, Patriot. Thank you for hanging out with us. We are honored and pleased that you spent the time with us. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I only have one video game that I play on the Xbox, and that's the Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare, all that stuff. But I hadn't played it, man. I only get on there with my buddy and play. He's got kids, and works too much, so.
Dropped 2 degrees in like 25 minutes. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, man, Carpenter, you got it cold out there.
That's some hard fucking dead shit kind of cold.
Definitely.
I used to like that kind of cold.
Breezy.
Up until about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I could spend all day outside. And, you know, there was kind of, you just had to dress for it. Nowadays, it's, nah.
Well, yeah.
We used to dare each other to run around naked, just go out, run in the snow naked.
Now, when you can throw boiling water outside and it freezes before it hits the ground, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah. That's when you know your ass needs to keep moving or you'll freeze.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's deadly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the worst I've seen it around here was the night that we had that first polar vortex storm, like 8 or 10 years ago, and the wind chill was negative 65 here all night. I had to
Wow.
work. I'm staying outside the front door of the store, you know, because it was dead. The roads were all closed for, you know, state emergency. And like only cops and tow truck drivers and salt crews were out. So like the gas station was dead for most of the night.
See, if I built a place up north, it'd have to be in the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'd have to be underground, damn near hillside into a mountainside or a hillside kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, no, I don't want an outside structure exposed like that. I want to be earthen. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, that kind of cold is just, you know, fuck you. That kind of cold, you know.
Well, yeah, but like that particular night, like, you know, it was dead. So I was taking like cigarette breaks like almost every 15 minutes, just standing outside the front door with the door propped open, you know, and
Right.
occasionally, you know, a cop would come by, you know, to fill up, or a tow truck or whatever, or a plow. And they're like, "You're fucking nuts, dude." He's like, "I'm out here working and I'm in my truck cab and I'm freezing." I'm like, "Doesn't
Right.
bother me." And I'm just wearing a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and maybe a vest over that. Yeah, it didn't bother me at all. But I can't do
Right.
that anymore. That's when I was still young and dumb, I guess.
Right.
It hurts my sinuses when it gets that cold.
Yeah, because they're freezing.
Yeah.
Speaking of young and dumb, the first guy standing there with the hat on backwards. That's a young Uncle Don qualifying with an M14.
Nice.
So badass. Put the hat on.
Large that on my screen.
that was circa 1980 something.
It says
Whichever
enter your
one.
search term right over your the face.
Enter my search term right over my face.
No, it's got to be your machine.
It's from my end because I maximized the screen so I could see it up close. I
Oh, okay, yeah.
don't know why that thing is there. Oh, okay. Maybe it isn't on my screen. I don't know.
I don't see it.
You
So
don't
right
see it.
there,
Okay. Well, that answers that.
that's actually I think that's a first qualifying out to sea. We're shooting off the fantail. And if you look at that target to the far right in the picture, that's a floating target. Literally, that we're going to throw that over the fucking side and tow that thing 100 meters behind us and shoot at it to qualify.
Dang.
I'm badass.
Anyway, that's my story.
Yeah.
With
All right.
the
Well,
cigarette in your mouth.
here's a dumb question for you, Don. I'm curious. When you guys were doing that training and everything, obviously, they're going to make you police your brass on the deck.
Yeah,
Did you guys save the brass, or do you just dump it over the side?
dump it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if the Navy was into
There's no need.
recycling their brass.
Yeah, but it sounds like a cool way to qualify, though.
Was that the destroyer that you were on?
Sundry others. That is the USS Forrest Sherman, DD 931, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I was gonna say to Ghost instead
enough
of my
about me.
nose has. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you for your time.
Now, Ghost, he says, so cold your nose hair has icicles. And I said, well, in my head, I'm thinking more like the snot running out of my nose is turning into an icicle. I always get this drip of snot that comes out of one of my nostrils when I get out in that cold. I can't stop it. It's just constant.
Right.
Maybe not constant. It's usually. I thought I would have grown out of that, but it still happens. Happened earlier. Came inside and I'm like, man, big thing of snot.
I came in from doing things around here and have to blow my nose a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Where's that? Oh. No, but he was talking about the gun that he was using in there. And I didn't know.
Carpenter said his entire face frosted over today. His mustache and beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Frosted over today. Dang, yeah. Well, one of my fingers felt like it had frostbite for a second when I was cleaning off the cars. I got these new gloves. I guess they're like military issue. My friends, my girl.
This is the longest my beard's ever been. This is the longest my beard's
I've
ever
noticed
been.
that lately, man. I've noticed that. You got that wolf effect.
I'm loving it, man. This is the longest it's ever been. I mean, you don't understand. I wasn't able to grow a beard until about 5 years ago.
Be careful, meow. It's like Osama bin Laden.
Best I could do was a goatee up until about 5 years ago. And hell, I didn't even get the goatee till I hit 40. Right. So my mustache didn't come in until I was 30. So I mean, it's been that way all my life. I just
One of my best buddies
Holy
grew
shit.
out his facial hair, and we were joking that he looked like, terrorist.
Yeah,
Right.
this is me about a year
His
ago.
face. Dang, now that guy looks like old Saint Nick kind of. I mean, his
Right.
That's all the snow that accumulated in my beard after being.
dang, you had a lot more facial hair or beard.
Oh,
Or is it? I can't
well,
remember.
no, it's lesser because it was taken a year ago. I haven't
Your
touched
lighting
my
is so
beard.
low in there; it's hard for me to tell
Well, it's,
how much hair
yeah,
you got,
it's yeah, I know.
which isn't a bad thing.
It's
but-
about
so
twice as long.
you got the duck.
I stopped
Dynasty
I
going?
stopped shaving. I stopped shaving right when COVID hit.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
It's my
I mean,
it's
I let my hair grow out
anti-mask
for years.
beard.
But I usually keep mine on about a 2, man. Once it goes out to a 3 or 4, it gets hard for me to maintain, and I already got long hair, so it's 1 or the other.
But yeah, I'm digging this. The way it's growing out and everything is pretty cool. I think
It's not bad. You got a good, what do you call it? A gray fox beard,
I guess, yeah, kind of thing.
or silver fox. I forget what they call it. Silver fox beard.
Right. Last year. It was just a couple race stripes. You know what I'm saying? SS stripes. Now it's progressing into its own entity thing going on there.
I wish I could get rid of that
Yeah.
enter your search term thing. It's right in the screen. I don't know why it's there.
My beard was a lot longer in this pic. That was about 10 years ago.
Oh, that's you there too, huh?
Yep.
Got that real tree hat on, right?
Mossy oak.
Is that? I look like a real tree symbol.
Mike Shadowrecord calls fire in the bowl.
Mass props to that.
Oh yeah. Oh, check that out. There's a Chinook.
Get to the Chinook now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta pack one up.
There's a tricky catch.
Oh, cool. He's just got the little slideshow up on his screen.
Yeah, doing a little slideshow thingy.
Loving that. Look at that statue of a dick.
Right.
Really?
That's in
Maybe
downtown Amsterdam. That right
Okay.
there is a market outside of Bangkok.
Nice.
That is from my hotel room in Bangkok. The skyline.
Very, very nice.
That is me on the left,
Oh, live.
pulling guard duty on the USS William V. Pratt. That is a 5-inch 54 gun we're hanging on. That's me
Nice.
and 2 other guys on a rock in Aruba, Netherlands, Antilles. This is an underway replenishment with us and CV-66 USS America and the UNREP in the middle. This is me stuck in the Melbourne, Australia airport after watching an All Blacks. This is the wife in West Virginia with us doing the West Virginia coal mine trail on ATVs. This is me in Gaeta, Italy in 1982
That's
on
awesome.
Liberty. This
You
is
remind me
me in Venice in the square of St. Mark having a thing. This is me in Edisto Island, South Carolina at a rental house getting drunk. This is me in a hotel room in South Carolina, once again getting drunk.
Really crunk. That's a good one.
Me once again
Right.
qualifying with the M14, and that kind of concludes our thing there.
Crunk.
That's me in London, fucking with that's me in London.
Nice. Noise.
That's me on a ferry in New Zealand going from Wellington to the South Island.
Super
That's
cool.
me in the Outer Banks playing with the dogs and the wife. That's just a symbol
Very
of
fine.
background.
Very fine little slide there for us. Thank you, Don. That's really
we don't
cool.
take a
You're-
lot of pictures of me. We're not a big me fan, but we have a subdirectory that has some
See,
me in
I
it.
knew it. Don has the plans for a flux capacitor.
I did take this picture. I took this picture off the fantail of the Pratt. That's me in a hotel room in fucking Lima, Costa Rica. That's an SM2 launch that I was standing on the bridge wing, taking a picture of. That's the top of the southern mountain range on the South Island of New Zealand. That is the red light district in fucking Amsterdam.
Right.
Once again,
Mhm.
Bangkok.
Fucking with the red light.
Floating
district.
market, floating market, Bangkok.
Yeah.
Bangkok. Anyway, that's it.
Cool
That's
little
the story.
story there.
Thanks for playing.
Cool
That's
story. Thanks for showing. And thanks for your service as well, sir.
What's that, doll?
As always.
Yeah, I'm
to
not
all
that
you
young
guys.
anymore.
Right.
You remind me of this flight instructor. He was one of the best pilots, but he was a short, stocky guy. Just remind me of him a little bit, or a Blues Brother type.
There we go, Mr. Canoes. Look at that.
That's when I was working up in Canada. I was 17 when that picture was taken.
Oh shit.
Let's see. What did the chat have to say about me? Thanks for sharing. You're kind of worldly, Don. Yeah, I've been a few places. I got actually 72 countries under my belt. That's one thing
Frankfurt
I've
was a
done
better
pretty well. What's that?
It was bigger. It was bigger. I'll say that. That's funny.
Frankfurt was better on red light. I don't know, dude. Amsterdam red light district is fucking hot.
Back in the
Just
day.
pricey.
But just pricey, right?
Pricey as fuck. Yeah.
Right now, I would not. I don't know.
Yeah, me either. Not right now. But back in the day, I mean, you know.
Just like how Bourbon Street used to be.
Carpenter says Canoe still had milk on his breath in that picture.
No, I was drinking back then and smoking.
Yeah, that's
I love it. Kick that goat. I'm gonna grab another
Yeah.
beer.
I was in Bamberg, just 10 clicks north of Nuremberg. I know all about Nuremberg.
Fire in the bowl.
There was you were over that part of it. Do you ever go to a club in Deanstock called The Movie? 2 Studios. Do you know about the club over in Deanstock? Finally thawing out.
Milk on his breath. Yeah.
Right. Fire in the bowl. Again.
Again.
I'm all about ceremonial fire in the bowl to this day. So all the brothers of, gosh, they locked up close to 1,000 people on the same day. Maybe not on the same day, but from that day.
You know, there were estimated to be more than 2 million people there that day.
And a lot of the arrests made weren't even people that were there. It's just all conspiratorial bullshit.
Yep.
From their side. They're the conspirators.
And there's Canoes.
Talk about
That's
He
about
looks
as clean.
almost like my brother did. Like
That's
the
about as
hairdo, I
clean
guess, more than anything.
looking a face as I'll do anymore. That was probably 8-10 years ago.
Oh, really? Right.
I can tell by the glasses. I mean, but those, like, I know which kind of glasses those are. I've got a pair of those. Look at that same. Those are Italian frames, I think. I don't
No, those are $10 gas station glasses.
You know, I'm not sure if I don't have any pictures on my current phone, but I don't know if I have any pictures on this laptop either.
It's hard for me. I got to get most of it's all on my phone, and I haven't. This old laptop, I have not done anything with uploading. I have stuff, but it's like it's years ago. I probably got some good pictures, but I got to look into that. I'm gonna try to see. See, I'm afraid to hit a button because I'm afraid to share it on accident.
Right?
Like, oh, there's a picture you don't maybe not want to see. Some people probably would get a kick. I'll be getting crunk, or I got some funny pictures. See, what I guess you go to video file, video. What's in here? What is that? They're all videos. I don't want a video. Yeah, trying to figure that out. Slides. Oh, I guess. Add Google Slides. See, I don't even have Google Slides. It's probably going to tell me to sign in, which is okay, I guess.
Oh, you know what? Here, I'll do this. Okay, I can do it this way. Hold on. I found some my ex put up on the Facebook page. That's me and four of my boys. That's Jeremy, Greg, the second, and Brian.
Nice.
Yeah, that's four of my boys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
nice.
a bunch of my grandkids, Maggie and William the third, and that Jeremy's boy, his oldest boy, not with him anymore, but that's Damien, and then Johnny and Kira, and these just the middle-sized kids that were at the house that day. And then there's little ones too, who was like even younger.
Yeah, those two were dressed up in identical shirts. That was cute.
Right, they're brothers.
That's cool. That's something I might have done back in the day, like once.
Different mothers, but brothers. So they did the whole family look like thing.
Step brothers. Yeah.
That's one of the twins, Brian's boys, hiding behind him. There's my tractor. Let's see. And,
You still got your tractor?
oh yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Here's a picture of me and my ex.
Hmm.
And
You look like you had a few.
no, I don't drink. I'm buzzing probably.
You're just having a good time.
But yeah, definitely.
Maybe it was late or something.
It's like a lot of the stuff is so old it don't even have the pictures there no more.
Or maybe you were just a little bit buzzed on the good.
Oh, there's the image of the mill. There's the- well, what is it?
I gotta stop eating this.
Oh, there you go. Well, that was Christopher. There's a bunch of us together. Brian, Joey. There's my oldest boy and his kids. At the time, that was before the twins came along. It was like, there's Greg and Christopher, Jeremy. Jeremy they get to bring, but yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Reminds me of one of my family get together, or Christmas or whatever.
yeah. That was Christmas at my house in Union. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Go look at and see again. I don't think. Oh, wait a second. See
There's
if
my
I
sister
had it.
and my brother Kurt.
I don't know how to do it.
Other-
I give up.
Enough of that crap.
I think with the newer computer, I'm gonna end up using that to get on next time, and I'll probably upload some pictures or something.
Yeah, Dreamwell battery.
Oh yeah,
Dreamwell Patriot. Yeah, yeah. It's just been real hard. I haven't been able to get the whole family together at once for a number of years yet. So it's been about 5 years since I've gotten everybody together all at once. A little hard to do.
yeah.
I mean, 3 boys in guards, you know what I'm saying? Air Force and Army Guard stuff, and everybody deployed here and there, everywhere. It gets crazy. We all live, I mean, we all live here. Most of them are living out in St. Charles County, where I raised them. But still, when you're in Afghanistan, you know what I'm saying? A little hard to get home for Christmas. Sucks, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fire in the motherfucking book.
I can't find my lighter.
Oh, there's my light. I was like, "Where's mine?"
Yes. Dutch hash. The bubblegum black out of, yeah. I know exactly what you talked about. She's video. Come in a little cigarette pack. I used to buy it in a cigarette pack. And it would be wrapped up like a brand new pack of cigarettes. You never know what. But, yeah. Hell yeah. You stick that in the carton, and then you wrap that back up in the cellophane because they use that hard cellophane over there. And you can get it from the stores. Well, you get the hard cellophane, then you shrink it back together with a blow dryer. Stick it in your suitcase like you're coming back with a carton of cigarettes. That's the way to do it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We went to the Monsters of Rock, and I took a pack with me, right? Because I didn't want to get messed with going in, right? So I had 2 packs of cigarettes, one open, one not. They didn't even mess with the second, and that was that. Yeah. Even if they opened it up, they'd still have the cigarette butts right there. All the blood is underneath where the cigarettes would be. So it's like, it was total James Bond shit. Right.
I used to love the little novelty, like, you put your finger in the cigarette box and it gets you, or like snaps or zaps you, like rubber whoopee cushion type stuff, but way more novel than a
Right.
whoopee cushion. My dad
Maybe
would
so.
bring home some really cool ones from yard sales.
Well, we had it. There was an interesting way. I found out about how the. I was 17. Okay, when I got to Europe, I turned 18 in duty in the field. Right. So I didn't know nothing about a bong. I didn't know nothing about a hookah. I didn't know nothing about all that shit, dude. I really that a joints and a pipe was all I ever knew. Anything.
Right.
So
Makes sense.
Hey
I
guys,
got a whole new set of lists. I was like, what is that? Looks like tar. Well, it's bubblegum black. It's kind of a hash mixed with opium kind of thing.
all right. Hey, fellas, I'm taking off for the night. My dinner's
Dropping
ready,
off.
so I'm gonna eat and crash.
Cool, man.
Rock on.
I gotta be at work in about 11 hours.
When's your next day off?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday? Holy shit. Well, God bless you, brother.
7 or 8 days straight right now. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you came up. I've been happy you're here, man. God bless you. Dream well, Patriot.
You know it.
Mhm.
Peace out.
Heck yeah, bro.
Yeah, see you, dude. Chatters, good night.
Hey, Carpenter, grab a link, brother.
Hell yeah.
Carpenter's got to come up here now. Come on, Carpenter. Put a shirt on.
Somebody hop in and have some fun.
Right. Okay.
We got the late night. I guess I meant to say goodnight to Don. He just kind of dropped on off. Probably tired.
You know what? You know what time it is? What time is it?
Time for
Pie.
pie.
It's time for pie. Hell yeah. Hold on a second.
Mess with you.
I'm going to do peach pie again. I'm doing peach pie again today.
Ooh, peaches sound good. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Yeah, those are some cute kids though, man. I got one nephew and he's like about 14. Or he is 14. He'll be 15 this year.
Hi, Lisa.
In a few months. Oh, welcome in, Carpenter. What's up, brother?
Not much. I had a brutal day today. I went to get my enclosed trailer because friends borrowing it this weekend to move some stuff. Well, I thought, well, just run over to Wisconsin, hook onto it, and drag it home. Well, I never even thought about it. But here's probably I had to plow through like 18 inches of snow uphill, getting in there, and then it was all drifted in.
Oh, no.
All locked up. The whole tongue was all frozen with ice. Nothing worked. All the locks were frozen. So I had to heat. Oh, it was that was the worst part. So then but I got a nice ride home in the warm after that horrid event. I no more than did I get home. The phone rings and one of Mal's friends' water pipes froze underneath her house and didn't know what to do and was panicked. So her husband came and got me. We went and got 5 gallons of kerosene, and my nephew brought his big Nipco. He's got one of these 185,000 BTU Nipcos.
Right.
And we pulled a chunk of skirting off the back of her trailer and we just fucking roasted the hole underneath of that trailer. Just we put it back. We built like a tunnel going in about 4 foot back out of tier.
Right.
We turned that fucker up and just let it run. And I mean, it was warm under there and it was froze solid the whole way. Well, something had got in there and all of her heat tape was hanging loose around on the pipe. So we went in, took all the heat tape, brought it all the way back to where you plug it in, took it off, reinstalled it all really nice and tight against it. And then we wrapped it in that black, it's got the split seam in it. It's for like 1.25 inch or I think it's 1 inch pipe. And you split so you can push it on there. And then you have to every foot and a half, you put a black zip tie around it to hold it, and then snip it off, put another zip tie on, snip the end off. You know, we got it all. And then the last thing we did, we took her in the house and showed her that how you got to trickle your water. And if you just have a trickle, it's got to be like 1.5 inches coming out of your faucet. Can't be a drip. It'll freeze between them drips, believe it or not. You've got to have that trickle, that steady stream about 1.5 inches. Then it can go to drops, but the first 1.5 inches has to be steady. We showed her how to do that. And we said, I don't think she'll have any more trouble with it now. Her heat tape was all pulled off it, you know. But I said, when it's really cold like that, just trickle your water. Then if the heat tape goes off or anything happens, it ain't going to freeze up.
I was wondering if I need to drip mine or something, you know.
Well, how cold is it supposed to get?
What is it? Gotta check.
I mean, if you got anything exposed and it gets down around 25, even 20, you got to start thinking about it.
Right.
You know, and I mean, that little drip will make all the difference. It'll save you a big headache. She'd ran off and did something, went early this morning and didn't get home till like 3 o'clock, this girl, and went, you know, and of course everything was froze up tighter than hell. So she called Dave. Dave called me. I called Brian. So Brian, after he got off work, he brought the big Nipco heater. I went and got kerosene for it. We pulled the short skirting off and built like a tunnel. It was only about 6 foot out from the trailer. We built like a tunnel going under there, and then we just cranked that big. It took about 2.5, 3 hours to thaw it out, though.
Man.
Yeah, we were in the. Yeah, it was fucking brutal. You know, you have to stay there and watch it. You can't, like, you'd like to be able to just turn that thing on and walk away, but you can't do that because, you know, what if it goes, you know, you just can't do that. You got to watch what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I think we could have just cranked the heater on and walked away. But I think it would have been fine because we stood out there for 3 hours, you know, moving it around and making sure. But it finally let loose.
Dude, yeah, that just sounds brutal. It's only 17 degrees here, and it's gonna get down to 12.
You got anything exposed, Jason? If you got anything even close to exposed, now's the time when you want to start thinking about, you know, just find a faucet and just let it drip for the night, so you know.
Even just 12 degrees. Yeah, I should definitely.
Yeah, it'll just save you a headache if you don't have it all heat taped up or it isn't inside or whatever. You want to.
Should I do it with my sink or like? Does it matter?
Nope. Pretty much any faucet in the house. It don't matter whichever one. Don't bother you. Just enough that it's a little past a drop. You know, drop. It's just a little past that. So it's like a trickle.
Cold
so
water.
Straight. Either one, cold or hot. Cold is best. Yeah, cold. It don't matter. But cold. Just use cold. You don't have to burn
I'll
up
go
hot
drip
water.
it real quick, and I'll be right back. Or not drip, but
Yeah.
just solid little slice.
Carpenter, I had almost exactly the same thing. But my well froze instead of my lines. I've never seen a 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch well line. And my well froze. Now it's the only thing exposed above line. I've never seen anything like that.
Did you have that? Does that well have that heating rod in it?
It does not. No.
Okay.
So I had to go buy a heat tape and put that insulation, that split seam insulation, that 1.25 insulation, like you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that and the liberal application of duct tape.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hold it on there.
On top of the insulation, which is on top of the heat tape, and I got it plugged in now, and it's never going to freeze again. But I've never seen a well freeze. I've seen lines freeze before. But I've never seen a well
heard of
freeze.
people up here, Don, where their wells have frozen. They've blown their wells up.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine did. The well pump is running, and apparently there's a pressure relief valve there that's 75 degrees, 75 pounds. And so I look out at 6 a.m. in the morning, and it's blowing water off to the dirt. I mean, it's blowing well water out, and it's continuing to do that until I walk out and kick the breaker on the well and turn it off.
Yeah, I've seen that I've seen where that's a pain in the butt.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that before.
We
I
had
was
one
just
year,
dumbfounded.
we didn't get almost no snow. And then we got one of these bitter like it is right now, but it went on for like 3 weeks where the highs were in the -7s and the lows were in the 18s to 25 belows. That air temperature, not wind chill, air temperature. And frost got so deep, you should have seen the frozen water lines under the ground. You know, everything here's got to be 4 feet deep. And
4
down
feet?
at 4 feet deep, the frost got all the way down there, and it busted water lines all over town.
4
Looked like
feet?
looked like fucking ant hills. When you drove around town, every road and street had little ant hills where they got backhoes in there to pull them up because the lines were breaking everywhere.
Dude, I've heard 18 inches. I mean, it was 18 inches around, Virginia and Maryland, and I think it's even 18 inches here.
Yeah,
Frost
yeah.
line. 4
Ours is
feet, I ain't never heard of. Holy
Yeah,
shit, you must live in some Antarctic shit, baby.
We live in that. I'm south in Minnesota from a lot of these guys, but there's like a dip that comes down through here and it goes down probably around Minnesota and South and North Dakota border, dips down along just a little, catches a little top of Iowa and goes up through the middle of Wisconsin. And it's just a dip in the cold. And it's been like, hasn't been here. And it just gets ridiculous.
And I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard of 4 feet. Never.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's just, I can imagine the water lines just exploding all over the place.
Oh, it was everywhere. You go down the road, it would be nothing to go down a street block and see 2, maybe 3 houses on that block with big old piles of dirt where it was freezing out by the roads and it was freezing out away from things. It wasn't freezing like anything that was exposed. It was freezing underground where they must have had some of them were using jackhammers to chip the ground.
The ground, is that frozen hard to get into the water line? To fix the water line, you got to use a jackhammer to break that. Fuck that. I'm sorry. My first opportunity to leave there will be when the ground thaws, and I'm out.
I want out of here.
I'm out. I'm
sorry. You can
really
you can survive it. It isn't bad if you have all the clothes. And I got all the gear times 3, over the course of my life.
Sure you do.
So you get used to it, but you're right, Don. We're getting to the point. I want the fuck out of here. This is fucking brutal. But
5 years ago, I gave up a nice cushy job because they told me if I wanted to keep it, I had to go to Minneapolis. And I was like, I'm not moving.
Man.
Not moving. I
live 70 miles south of there, and I wouldn't go there for a good job.
Right.
That place sucks.
Right.
When I hunt and fish a lot, and I go up north, and I go out to North Dakota a lot, and I literally drive 40 or 50 miles out. A good hour out of your way on the road.
Oh yeah.
There's sometimes more. Just to go around it.
Yep.
Well, they weren't willing to help with moving or household or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck 'em.
So I was like, you ain't. No, I ain't gonna do that. They offered me 20 grand more a year, but I was like, that ain't worth it. No, I'm sorry.
Right. It's I tell people that you work all summer here to survive the winters. It's kind of been my life.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people that, and they think I'm joking, and that's really kind of what it's like. There's some stuff keeps going around here, but it gets some years it's not bad. And then there's some years when it's really bad, and today was terrible. You started out, just got to run over and pick up my trailer. Well, I had to dig it out of 18 inches of snow on a side hill with my 4-wheeler, my pickup sliding all over the place, getting back up in there. And I finally got it hooked up. And then I pulled it out. All the locks were frozen. The latches were frozen to put the hitch on, to put the safety hitch on where you click it down and put the pin through. That whole end was, so I pulled it down, got it down in the flat spot a little, got the weed burner out, had to heat everything up and get everything heated up. And so I was out there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, freezing my ass off. So I thought, good. I'm in my truck. I'm on my way home. I got the 2 locks that were frozen on the doors, just frozen solid. I got them on the dash on the heat, just drying out nice and perfect. They'll work great. And I'm just happy as shit going home thinking, boy, that was terrible. But I'm up through that. I got through that mess. I got home and then the phone rang. And that girl's, she told Mel said, well, you had it. She's was kind of telling her what she thought she had to do. And she started fucking bawling and shit. She don't have any money and this and that. And so then she called Dave, and Dave said, well, fuck, let me call your dad. So he called me. And then I said, the best we can, I said, I'll call Brian. I talked to Brian. He said, I got the NIPCO, but I don't have kerosene for it. It's in my truck. So I got to pick the wife up from work. He said, I'll be right over. And then we sat in the house a lot of, we'd take turns. 2 of us would stay out, and then 2 of us would go in, and 2 of us would stay out because you wanted to be out there to watch it.
Yeah.
And you got a NIPCO cranked up, blowing underneath your trailer. I mean, who the hell knows what's under there? It came loose. It came loose, and then we were picking up to put away, and all that heat tape was just dangling and hanging all over, and that's why it froze. I could tell that's why it froze. Yeah. So first we tried to just pull it tight to get it up against the pipe, and then it was like, you know what, you guys, when I went underneath there and I just unwrapped, and then they unwrapped all the way up to the big ending, and then they fed it back to me, and then I wrapped it. So it was tight on everything.
You didn't melt any of that underpinning or anything, huh?
No.
Good.
Because we built a 4-foot tunnel, like 3 foot tall, 3 foot wide, because it had 3 pieces of tin that were about 4 feet long. We opened that side of the trailer up, packed the 2 sides so that air was there, and then put the NIPCO out. So it was actually about 4 feet away from the trailer. And then we just cranked it up, and it just blew a hot blast of air, just roasted underneath there. And even then it took 3 hours we were taking turns, and we come back out, and we were looking at it, thinking, what are we going to do next? Blah, blah. And she come out of the house, and she said, it just started working. The water works fine. So then we checked everything were leaks, and then you had to go, and all this is happening. It's fucking winds howling, and it's like 6 below zero out.
68,000 degrees below zero out there, fucking 400-mile-an-hour winds cutting through you, and you got nothing but shorts on and a fucking flip-flops, right?
Oh, it was that, you got it. You nailed it. That's just what it was like.
Fuck that shit. I'm sorry. No, I mean, listen, I get all weak when chicks start bawling too. I get it. I understand that. You want to help the girl out. But fuck! I mean,
just do what you got to do.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! I get that you can't leave the thing half-assed. You can't leave the tape just dangling there. You got to rewrap it. You got to throw some insulation on it. I get it. I understand.
Nothing you could do, Don. You'd have looked at it. You'd have said that. First thing you'd have said if you looked under there, well, we got to wrap that tape. You can't leave it all.
Leave it like that. No, you can't do that.
You turn off that damn.
Exactly.
So we'll be back. 20 minutes. We'll be back in 6 hours.
Right. We took it back to unplugging it, and I mean literally from scratch did it over again.
Fuck.
Yeah,
wow. It's cold as balls up under that bitch. I know it is.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we really probably only heated it for maybe an hour and a half, but then we had to
wrap it with tape.
Yeah. Well, we used zip ties. We'd just take a black zip tie, an 8-inch zip tie about every foot and a half, and I'd just push it through, and then I'd just pull it until it pulled the black wrapping tight, and then I snipped the end off, and I'd go to the next one, and then the last thing I did on my way out was I zip tied it all down. So when you looked under there, it looked really nice. It was just a fucking abortion when we got there. When I got out of there, because we showed her what we were doing, and this is what happened, so she knows next time. If something happens, she knows where.
Jackleg fucking whoever was up under there doing it. Some half-ass little boy that didn't know what he was doing, and
right. That's just what happened. So we just got it all taken care of for her. She's all happy, and
that's cool. You're a good man, sir.
Yeah, I get roped into a lot of that shit. I got to call
one.
We
keep you on staff. Yeah, I know. I understand.
Buddy was going fishing. They were leaving. They wanted to be up at Mille Lacs. They wanted to put in the morning, and they wanted to put in the water when they got there. Dumbasses. Well, except it's a 6.5, 7 hour drive. And this guy takes off, and he's fucking blew a tire up by the cities. So he calls me in the middle of the night. And believe it or not, I had just put new tires on my own boat, just a little aluminum boat trailer. I just put 2 new tires on because mine were getting older, like 5 years old. Still good, but 5 years old. So I had them laying it. I said, I'll be right there. And I come up there with 2
I mean, he's
tires.
now come on. He's got some triple. He's got to have some AAA or something on that. Some roadside
No,
assistance.
these guys don't think like that. They're mentals. They're fucking. My friends don't. They go off half cocked all the time.
No.
Okay.
What's up,
I
Uncle
mean,
Barry?
yeah. If he's half cocked, he can't call the fucking roadside assistance. He's got to call.
Right. I mean, they're
Get
just
it.
off being
Understand.
guys doing stupid shit, just not
Yeah,
thinking they wanted to go
yeah.
fishing. Oh, I'm going to go fishing. Well,
2, 3,
budget.
6, 12 packs later. Yeah, I get it.
and then the
Understand.
tires, I get there and I'm thinking, well, these tires got it, they're hit something or what. They didn't hit nothing, you guys. That tire literally crumbled apart from being so fucking old and dry.
God
That
damn.
it,
Bald.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I looked at the other one.
Slick.
I looked over at the other tire. I'm like, you guys, you can't keep going on this. Look at this thing. And well, now what am I gonna? Well, I said, like, just a second. I went back in the back of the truck and I got my other tire and put it on there. So then he had 2 spares. He had the spare on there, the cracked up shitty spare, and then he had 2 old tires left over that I had.
It's like you're.
Carpenter, don't tell me you
that.
hang out with a bunch of fucking slackers that don't have fucking good
No,
tires.
these
or good
guys are-
tools or.
No, they're pretty sharp, you guys.
Well, that's
They
what I'm
just were-
thinking.
Sounds like,
Yeah, they're just
sounds like
drinking
one of
beer.
his brother rescues. I've rescued my
Okay.
brother.
Oh, Colonel, I wish I could use some snow. I got too
I
much
got to
of it.
shout out to Shadow Man and Huck and Colonel, all 3 of them in the
Yeah,
chat.
Uncle Barry.
Evening, kids. How are you? Sorry, I was so late. Didn't
Don,
mean to
you'd have
interrupt
went and
there,
helped him too. You'd have just shook your head.
Yeah, I know. I'd have fucking given him a large ration of shit, but I would have helped him. Yes.
Oh, we did that. We did.
3 o'clock in the morning. Side of what road? How many hookers? What the fuck? I'll be there in 20 minutes.
That's just where it was.
Fucking what the fuck? My brother called me, his truck broke down. And he had
Oh,
he came all the way down here to the property to pick up Dolly. He goes back up to his truck, gets hooked up, right? And overdrives the fucking Dolly.
Oh,
It's cold as shit. It's raining, right? Yeah. So I gotta go. So I go out. Yeah.
I feel you.
It's not,
I do.
sounds like one of those deals, So I grabbed.
they do
firewood.
the same for you.
No, they wouldn't.
Really?
I don't
See,
think
my
so.
buddies, I can call them, you guys. I can dump my truck in the ditch 50 miles from here in the ditch somewhere. And all I got to do is sit there with it running in a cell phone, lean back and take a nap. And in an hour and a half, my buddies will show up. They'll,
Right. Well, this is
like
my
Don
brother.
said,
I
they'll
got,
show up and help.
I got 2 of those. I got 2
Yeah,
of
with a
those. The rest of
healthy
them are
dose of-
useless fucks, but 2 of those would hook me up. Yes.
Yeah.
I have 2 friends like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my buddies are pretty cool. They're pretty good dudes. They're all hunters and fishermen and carpenters and cement finishers and laborers, and they're all kinds of shit. Shit, we got some that are business professionals, but just a bunch of guys running around with their head up their ass, like we do.
Right. So.
That reminds me of some fun times landscaping, artisan.
Everybody's getting snow, but we're not getting snow. We're getting some rain. We're getting some cold temperatures, but we're not getting snow. Thank God.
landscaping company. We did. We cleared the road. They had the plow for snow. They had snow plows for the winter time, and man, they must have had at least 50 or 100 of them. But yeah, we got a little busy. It never really snowed when I was working there much. It was just a tiny little bit. But it's fun to ride around in like the little sprayer that's putting out all the de-icer stuff.
Yeah.
Just going around in parking lots, doing it everywhere. But nothing really happened that year. So
Lucky. That's good.
yeah, it was.
We
good.
have those years here. We have easy winters here. Just about 1 in 4.
We get lucky a lot, and we'll have a white Christmas or something, but nothing really happens. It's just pretty snow that doesn't.
You know, we're in a El Nino year, right?
Mhm.
So this is like that 1 in 4 or 1 in
It's like
5 year.
1992. Remember 92? And I think it's about every 20 years. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because 92, we had the same type of snowstorm. I'm telling you, it's no different. I don't know. People say the sun is more, white or yellow? It used to be more yellow and now it's white.
About 3 meters, Colonel.
Do you guys think that the sun has become more white in color?
Yes, I seen it. I was like, the sun was going down behind the trees, and I looked over at the damn trees, and I seen it was white. It wasn't yellow. It wasn't even like a tingy yellow. It was straight up white coming through the trees. Almost looked like something out of a movie, like a weird. It was so weird. I was like, what the fucking sun ain't even got a tint. It's just straight up white.
Fire in the bowl of that shit. Yeah.
Shadow, man, there's a whole thing around this cold, snowy weather up here that's pretty fun too. It's not all misery. It can be pretty fun. You get out ice fishing, coyote hunting, and running in the boons. It can get pretty fun. It's, going out in the snow and in the elements. That's pretty fun sometimes.
Yeah. That's 10 inches is about 25 centimeters.
Well, I could see the beauty of regular snow. As long as it's not, a blustery 60 below zero with winds of 120 miles an hour. I get
Right.
that.
Right.
So if it's normal snow, it's just like here. If it's normal heat versus the heat that we get sometimes in August, which is 125, 130 degrees outside the fucking shade. Yeah, you got to get out of that heat. You can't stay in that shit. You got to get out from under it. Get under something, get in some AC. Normal people were not destined to live in that shit. So I get it.
Yeah, you said they're talking about 130s and shit like that. I was like, oh fuck.
That's
He
extreme.
lives in hell.
It's exactly. As a matter of fact, hell's 28 miles down the road.
Right?
Mhm.
Highway 666.
Yeah. 1.5 feet.
Death Valley.
Yep. Yep. Been there. Saw I had to clean I had to drive through there every once in a while and turn around one time through the summer. It was so hot. When I left there, it had thrown the blacktop on my truck. It stuck to the tires, and so much so that it was throwing chunks of blacktop on my truck. And they were sticking to the side of my truck. That's fucked up.
I hate that.
Right. Kicks up dirt and stuff, but it was chunks of fucking.
My car is white, so it shows that tar stuff. I've gotten it on mine.
But there was chunks of asphalt that had melted. It was so hot that they melted the fucking asphalt.
Mine
I was
just
in
where
my trailer.
paved the road. Or actually, it was new asphalt they just laid on Sam Ridley Parkway recently, and
Yeah, I was like 79.6. I was loaded out 79.6, and I'm 18-wheeler, 53-foot trailer, and max weight is 80,000. I was 79.6. I was just barely able to manage it into the scale. And when I left New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? But when I got to Death Valley, boy, I was like leaving trails in that parking lot. Like I was like, dude, that's not cool. He's like, oh, it happens all the time. That's why we got the roller over there.
Yeah.
But it's in the shed. You can't see it. Because But yeah, shit just melts, man. Yes, you did. It was 11:11.
I saw a dude doing donuts earlier right outside of his house. There's a church parking lot across the street from us. And he was just cutting it up in his truck.
Well, I'd be worried if you did it on something like that. You'd just be tearing into the side. You'd be tearing into the.
Well, he lives right there. I guess he knew exactly where to do it at.
Well, I mean, at that temperature though, was it that hot? You know.
Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're talking about.
No, it wasn't that I was spinning tires and throwing rubber up on my car. It was the asphalt was so melted that it was coming up on my tire.
What a world.
Yeah, I was like, gotta get the hell out of here. I was gonna take a break for a while, but I opened up the door to fuel up, and by the time I was fueled up, by the time I hit the concrete. I took the steps out over the tank down to the ground, and I was sweating.
Oh, hell.
I was like, this is fun. I'm just feeling up, get the fuck out of here is what I'm chilling Barstow. You know what I'm saying? Get out to Barstow and chill out there or something.
Yeah, man.
It was bad. That's all I could think of is get the fucking Barstow. Let's get the fuck out of here. I don't even know how hot it was. All I know is that I wasn't staying there. The shit was melting.
Right. I've never had it that hot. Like, I mean, what, 105, maybe 110? I've had it.
Oh, no, dude.
Yeah, I haven't traveled around as much as you guys have, unfortunately. If things go straight, I'll try to get out and enjoy the world.
Well, in the future, I did my best to schedule running through there at night.
And that's not really enjoying.
No, that's getting through hell. That's getting through hell. You don't want to be on the highway when it gets stacked up, because it'll get stacked up during the day. And it's like 5 lanes wide out there when I was running. 5 or 6 lanes wide out there. I think 58 coming out of Death Valley, across there. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
How many hours does it
This
take?
time I was through there at night.
Alrighty, man, I'm gonna jump off of here. It's late for me, and I got early morning meetings in the morning, so I got to be prepped. So y'all be cool. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for having me. I very much appreciate it.
Thanks for coming in, Don.
Yes, thank
I'll
you
have a
for.
wonderful evening, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Looking
Absolutely.
forward to having a
And I
wonderful
have
day.
video. I'm gonna be putting up video when I get the generator and all that stuff.
Dude, just don't rush anything. It'll happen when it happens, and I'm excited, and let's get it done. But awesome,
No,
fucking excited. Let's get it done.
that's right. I was just saying,
You guys.
thank you.
Be safe,
God
be
bless you.
careful. Thank you all.
Dream well, Patriot.
Colonel Huck, Shadow. Let's see, who am I missing here? Where's my platoon guy? Huckleberry.
Platoon drop out.
Platoon already gone nights.
Colonel's
Okay.
in the house still.
And of course, all you wonderful lurkers. Hey, Shishudio, Misfit, Irish is here.
Oh, Irish.
Gail's still in the house too. Awesome.
And you know Miriam's in the background. There's
Yeah,
Shadow.
Miriam's back there somewhere. I hope Miriam feels better.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, Shadow Man. Irish, y'all be cool. Bye.
Heck yeah, Don. Much props to you coming in.
Yeah, I think I've only got a few more minutes in myself. I want to hit it too. But Carpenter, dude, that what am I'm got to come up and I got to figure out when I can get up there, but I don't want to go up there when it's so fucking cold.
Dude, yeah, right.
Because I want you to have Charlie.
Where is he at in Canada?
Might as well be Minnesota.
Okay.
He's about 6-hour drive for me.
Oh, you got to visit him before?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe first time.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
about a 6.5 hour drive.
Yeah, I've got a buddy in Kansas that I need to go meet up with. I've only met him online, but I've talked to him, you know, videos, everything.
Mhm.
He's an old staff sergeant from the Army. Just like us. He was in this chat room one night. I got him in here, but I don't know, I need to share more links with him. I keep forgetting to reach out.
You there, Carpenter? You're muted.
Just got back.
Oh, you just got back.
Yeah.
I was just I was saying I wanted to come up and visit you, but not when it's so fucking cold.
No, not now. It's no fun.
No, not at all. But I want you to have Charlie.
I don't have nowhere for him right now.
Oh, really?
Otherwise, I'd have one. Yeah. Fuck yeah. If I had room, I'd run down and grab one quick. I'd have him on one right away. That'd work good for me. That's big old 4-wheel drive, heavy duty 3/4 ton dog.
Right.
Yeah, you know. That's
You're
what you
right.
want.
Yeah.
Them long-legged dogs like that. They're just pile through that mud after them ducks and swamps, and they just 4-wheel drive.
Perfect age to start training. He'll be come spring. He'll be perfect for training.
I got to get a dog too. I do. I don't know when though.
I'm in your
I ain't gonna have one.
same
Here.
shoes. I'm like you, Carpenter. I need some little dog running around.
I do. I've always had a dog, and this shithole I live in. I mean, it's a nice place, but
Well, he'd be a good dog for Jax.
yeah, it's where we're at. You know, you don't
Oh,
have
really? No yard
nowhere
ball?
to play. No,
You don't have any yard at all.
no, virtually none.
Oh, wow.
No.
Good night, shoe studio.
Well, yeah, I had to go somewhere because I think I had Jacks, you guys. So I couldn't just uproot him and take off.
Dream well, Patriot. Good night, Stu Studio. Thanks for coming over, man. We're here every night. See you tomorrow night. Go ahead, Carpenter.
I have to keep Jacks near family. I couldn't just take him and take off, you know. So I had to stay somewhere near family. So, and it's 14 by 80. It's real. Hell, I got a fireplace, the whole thing. It's really nice. But where I'm at, and it's even an upper scale one too. It's a really nice. Everybody keeps their yards perfect. It's real nice. But it sucks. It's fucking. I don't like living like that. I've never lived in a place like this in my life. Never.
Right. I just hear the frustration in your voice.
Like it.
Mimi Solda.
I need to get out where we need to get the hell away from this. I mean, it's okay now. He's getting old enough now too that we could, you know, we could go out and we could move away from. We could get a little far. We could start. I'd like to get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. Get a place a little bit more country-like.
Yeah, bigger in our own. You know,
Right.
bigger in our own. I want, you know, a few acres.
You know what you do, Carpenter? You find yourself a hunting spot. You buy it.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to get the guy to sell me. Trying to get this old guy to sell me that Wisconsin, but so far he's no, I ain't gonna sell it. Well, fuck, you know, we're gonna have to do something with it pretty soon, bud. You know. So I don't know if he'll sell it.
Wisconsin is going further north. Yeah. But yeah, I hear you.
Want to see that YouTube first video that Irish said he found. First YouTube video ever, he said. Probably like a puppy dog in the video. Getting saved.
But yeah,
Oh, you got a link for it.
I just want to say thank you for your contributions, guys. Things that, sometimes it's just being here, sometimes it's helping with raising money, and sometimes it's just being in chat, God bless you guys. I thank God for each and every one of you each and every day. I mean,
Yeah, I got stuck behind on my bills. I got to pay my car note.
right?
Fuck, Jason,
The
I live my
snow
whole life
put
like
me
that.
back.
I've lived
But
my whole life like that, Jason.
yeah,
Yeah, paycheck to paycheck.
Oh yeah. Didn't matter whether I had $80, $800, or $8,000. I was
right.
broke. I was broke no matter what, because I was always just waiting for the next shoe to fall. I'd get this long run and I'd put some pennies away and I'd squirrel a few nickels away, and it was just a matter of time. Something, a transmission would go out, a washer would go out, a water heater,
Mhm.
something.
Right.
So I never,
Car breaks
really never.
down.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
never feel like you have nothing. You don't ever feel like you can take a breath and relax.
I know. There was a time I was bringing in 10G a month. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying. It goes out as fast as it comes in. It seems like,
Yeah, well,
like
even then, I was just going to say that. Even then, you're spending more, so because it takes a lot to make a lot.
yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
So you're constantly on the run, constantly. You're giving up a lot to make that. You're giving up a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Colonel. That's awesome that you do that contribution every month like that. It's beautiful. You people
Thank
out
you.
there that keep shows running, I'm only here just to be a mascot for, civility. I don't know, having fun and getting.
I've had savings accounts, but nothing ever in them.
Right. Right.
The closest I come to a savings account is a safe box. But
I did this big church, you guys, and I got home and it was hot and it took like a week and a half, and I had $3,500 after I paid everybody. This was working every night after work and 2 weekends in a row. I had like, I don't know, big old fan of $100 bills,
right.
So I got home and it was all hot, and I go in the house and I'm at the sink washing my hands to get down for supper. I thought, man, it's kind of warm in here. So I thought, well, the air conditioner's set to, but it wasn't running. So I opened the back door and all I could smell was burnt wire. So I had to put a brand new air conditioner. So get this shit. Like a week later, same thing. I finished this great big roof, busted my ass. We just got the air conditioner put in. And I go home and I'm washing my hands and I got this big fan of $100 bills laying on the counter. I don't know, 2, 3, 4,000. I don't remember what it was, but I'm standing there washing my hands. This is in a row. I'm standing there washing my hands and I look out in the backyard and where the swing set. I'm like, what the hell is that? And here's this big wet spot. I thought, what is that? My fucking drain field collapsed. $4,800.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So I not only didn't I get to keep any of the money I just worked for, I had to dig in my personal pocket to get more money out to fix
Right.
that. And I literally just days before got done paying for a brand new great big central air unit from the last big whopper check I got. It's like,
Right.
fuck you. What am I doing this for? I mean, it just won't stop.
Right.
pretty-
5, 6, 7 grand. Flush it down the commode.
Yeah.
Literally.
And feels like you might as well.
There comes a time when you start earning more than goes out. You'll
I
see
just
what
got
mean.
my dental work done, like almost 2 grand. Like
Yeah.
I hadn't had it done in years. I had one cavity that had to have a filling and yada yada.
Yeah.
No insurance really. So I mean, I used some. No, I think I missed a discount I was gonna use, but I didn't know it in time. Anyway, yeah.
Well, that year I had to have the roof done on the house. Then I turned around and had siding put on the house.
Yeah.
And then I had to have windows and doors put on the house.
I got to put all new doors and locks
You
I
know,
mean, not doors, but the door knobs and locks.
after everything's said and done, that extra $15,000 I made,
Yeah.
it
no
was all
extra.
it was all right there. You know,
Yep.
at least I could see it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I went over to, and this is the old guy that's land I hunt on in Wisconsin. After that second one, when I was gonna, then he come walking back over, and we realized that the drain line. But I was telling him about it. You know, what the hell? No matter how hard I work, I just can't get ahead. I get these fans $100 bills, and there's not even enough in them. Somebody wants a couple more from me when they grab them to fix what the next havoc that's came up. And he looked at me. He says, "Well, at least you don't have to borrow money to fix it." And I looked at him. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. But
Okay. If you have to, if you're gonna look on the bright side, I guess that's it. There.
that's what
you
he
know?
said. That's what he told me. The old guy. He says, "You know, well, you didn't have to borrow money." He said, "Think about it that way too." You know, dude's a
Right.
super cool guy. You know, he's really cool. He's the one that built that on that Legends trailer I got. It's got the single axe or the single rod that comes out. Like most of your trailers have a V in the front. Mine has a V, but the tow bar is just an aluminum 8x8 aluminum rod that comes a chunk that comes out of the front, and then the thing's on the front of that. And he hand built what is that? Load leveling. You know them load levelers.
Right.
Yeah, he
Good
hand
night,
built the
Nightingale.
hookup.
Sweet dreams, Nightingale.
Night Patriot. Dream well.
Dream well. Yeah, so he built all that, hand built it.
He hand built it all for me. I come to pick up the trailer, and he had the whole thing all set up. And I told him, I said, "Well, how much do you want?" Nothing. He wouldn't take nothing for it. If I need the trailer, I'll just use it. I said, "Okay."
Right.
Then, you know, I was going to sell this little one. I went and got this today. I was going to sell that when I got my Legends. That was my plan.
Right.
Sell that one, put that money towards this bigger trailer. But now I use that little trailer. I need the big one for the 4-wheelers, but I use that little one so handy, you guys. It's a 6x12, but it's the high ceiling you can stand up in.
Okay. Oh wow.
I'm 6'2" and I can walk around in there and I don't have to duck. It's like 6'6"
My dad
high.
built a high ceiling for his trailer, which we still have. It was one that was passed down from my Meemaw and Peepaw, you know, on my dad's side. But anyway, it's a blue and red, very patriotic little trailer, all wood. And we need to repaint it and probably put a lot of new wood in it. But
enclosed trailers are worth their weight in gold when you need them.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted one forever.
This canopy and a tarp, like it swung out, and then he could like sell stuff at yard sales. Like he set up all the stuff.
But you know, if you got a hard side trailer, that with stand up in, you got a storage compartment. Just wherever you need it, you know.
This one's kind of turning into like a tool trailer. This guy got compressors and nail guns and saws, and I got it all kind of situated. So
generators, all the jazz, yeah.
I just put my 2000. I retired my 2000 Honda. It runs good. It works perfect. We got a better one for camp, so I took mine and I just put it in that trailer. So now that trailer's got power.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
Is it a S2000?
Yeah. Whatever that Honda EPI, or what is that Honda EFI?
I'm not even familiar with that for some reason.
Generator. It's that Honda one.
Oh, you're talking about generator, yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking cars, man. The S2000, like
car. Oh, no, that's that.
No, it's the EFI. It's that quiet one, that whisper quiet one.
Yeah.
Right. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Now my brother bought one from Harbor Freight, 2000.
Yeah.
That was $800. And it seems to be doing pretty good, and it's not all that loud.
Yep.
He uses it for his computer setup and stuff.
Well, you know, a lot of them are going to that quiet exhaust. We got that 4500, whatever that Predator 4500, that's electric start and all that. We got it just for camp. Me and the old guy split it. I think that one was only like $900. I think it was like $900, and we split it. And
what size was
it? I think 4500. I think it's 4500.
Yeah, those are usually around. Those are usually around $600.
Oh, I don't know what this one has electric start. It's got the electric start.
Electric start and everything on it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And we got the kit ordered. We ordered the kit for it right away to put LP to it.
Right.
So we could just turn it on, at camp there, you can just turn the gas on. You don't have to get sick of running and getting 5-gallon gas cans every 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Because it literally runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week when we're there. It just runs. It don't stop. You change the oil, you put new oil in it, you pull the ripcord, turn it back on and start plugging shit back into it.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I gotta go get puppies.
How much are those running, Carpenter?
I think he got it for 900, but he has a way of getting deals, this old guy. And so I don't know how much you can get them for, but between me and him, it was like $900.
Okay.
So it wasn't bad. I just stopped over at his house one day and he was leafing through the book. And then he showed me the book and the page and, what do you think of that? And I was like, get it. So he got it.
Didn't look at the reviews. No.
Yeah, he did all that.
Okay, yeah.
He said this one was it's quiet too. It's a good one. It's a good one.
I mean, Honda, you can't go wrong with most of the time.
No, them things, that one I got, that powered that little 2000, powered that entire 3 campers and the shack. You had to turn shit off, like you had to go out and turn the Econo thing off and let it run normal.
Intermittently, yeah.
Yeah, when you wanted to run the generator or wanted to run the microwave or coffee pot. But just to run the 3 campers and the basic lights in the big hunting shack, it ran the whole thing.
That's pretty suave.
Yeah.
You said 2 or 3 days with how much gas?
Well, it'll run it's got a gallon tank and it'll run for about 9 hours on a gallon.
Oh, okay.
So 5 gallons about every 2 days and a little more than 2 days on 5 gallons.
Yeah, it's a lot better than my bigger ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Relube it over time.
I get about 2.5 hours.
Change the oil on it. You just take the oil plug out, walk over to the burn pit and dump the oil in the burn pit, and then stand it back up, fill it with oil, put the plug back in it, pull it and go. It takes about 3 minutes to change the oil in that thing.
They got it easy does it these days.
Yeah, it's real simple.
Yeah, that's one thing my dad used to bitch about was having to change the oil on those some of them generators.
Yeah,
back in the day.
That new one's a pain in the ass.
Just pull the plug and tip them over and drain them out. And then it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But like my generator, I got a 5500 out there. The 5500, 6500 area, you're running about 2.5 hours on a gallon.
Yep. That's a lot.
Yep.
What one did you get?
The Generac 6500.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to be getting it as soon as
that thing will crank out a lot of energy, though.
Right. Well, I got to run a well, and refrigerators, it's that kind of stuff. So, generally, I don't have to use it a lot, but then again, right now it's pertinent because friggin' solar has been diminished by the season.
Right.
Yeah, and it's worse than it was last year. I mean, I've lived on it. This is my 3rd winter on solar, and the last 2 years have been pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? But this year is different. I don't have energy from the sun.
It's not collecting as much.
It's not getting the energy that it got in the past. So,
is it because of not overcast as much, or just?
I think the sun changes, dude. I really think the difference is like that white sun thing we were talking about earlier.
Right.
I really think I think it's because of the solar minimum. Yeah.
What if some of that energy that the sun's not giving to us is going to a different planet or system. That's
No, it's the sun is quiet. It doesn't have all the activity. It doesn't have the the what do they call it? The solar flares and the
corona mass ejections.
corona mass ejections, and
Right.
it's not having that activity even on smaller scales,
See,
which
that's
it does all the time. It's not. It's just not active.
okay. I was hearing that they were ramping up or they were getting more intense or something, but I didn't.
No, the energy coming from the sun is becoming more intense, but it's not. It's not the kind of energy that you get when it goes through the coronal mass ejection stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Because
yeah.
because the mass ejections that don't leave the sun actually filter the sun
Mm,
and adds plasma to the light or something. That's why it was yellow. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So now that there's not that activity on the sun or something like that, it's supposedly putting off more of a radiation type of energy rather than, than the, yeah, like UVB and UVC or something they're talking about now. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hear it. But the energy in the sun that we're getting from the sun is different than it has been in the past.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
definitely can feel that. Or I noticed something. I don't know.
right when it's out there, it's hard as shit.
I haven't been around it as long, so I feel like I'm just tripping. Maybe half the.
No, dude. I work outside, so this past summer it was crazy. You stand behind a tree and you're fine. You stand in the sun and you're sweating all of a sudden.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like it's roasting you, kind of thing.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then it's like that. I mean, there's such a thing as being in the sun and in the shade, but yeah, when it comes down to, you know, feeling like you're getting damaged, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I was out in the sun doing that landscaping even a couple years ago, and it was pretty.
it was getting more intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this past summer was different. It was stronger. It was weird.
Mm,
So,
the intensity of the rays it's like you could feel the rays more or something.
yeah. All right, Carpenter. God bless you. Dream well, Patriot. Yeah, I'm gonna bring her down. She's it's about done time. I gotta
Yeah.
get puppies in their beds and go night nights. These are good babies. Yeah, they just came in and gotta get them into bed.
Get Ranger on the camera.
Ranger's still outside. He wouldn't come in.
Oh, okay.
He don't come in until I shut off the generator. He knows when I shut off the generator, it's time to come in. That's when he comes in.
Migrates on in.
Yeah. He's waiting for me at the door by the time I'm walking back to the house from shutting the generator down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good with it.
I know this snow makes me want to go to sleep. I've been sleepy all day, nodding in and out.
Rock on, Governor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good night, man.
Colonel Shaw, God bless you. Huckleberry, talk to you soon. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And-
Colonel, I hope you're doing well. You got to update us soon. How you doing over there?
Right, absolutely. Maybe we can get him to come up on this Friday night. You know, that's a Saturday morning.
Maybe so. Maybe.
Yeah.
So.
All right. God bless you guys. Dream well, Patriots, because we're going to win this shit. All we got to do is outlast them and refuse to comply with their fucking bullshit. All right? So, God
Amen.
bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow night.